Welcome to the Wrestle Story. We discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, and the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after AEW and NXT, every Friday after Smackdown, and we've even started doing NXT UK. We'll see how that goes. Depends on their show. Tonight, we're going to give our Royal Rumble predictions. Hopefully,
and talk about Smackdown.
Everything goes good, and we stay smooth and cool and everything.
Hopefully.
So, yes.
Hopefully.
Yes.
How's everybody
By the way,
doing?
how's everybody doing?
How is everybody doing? Doing great.
Alright. Awesome.
Having a good time.
We're good.
Are you ready?
We are good. I like everything.
Ready for a good time. Yes, everybody's ready for a good time.
Alright. Here we go.
So, tonight, Smackdown. The first thing on the show was Roman and the Usos versus Corbin, Ziggler, and Rude. No.
We've never seen this match before.
I just don't like this. Like, why? Why do we need to see it again? You know? Like, to me, that makes no sense.
Nah, it's like
why do we need to see it again?
I don't know.
It really makes no sense to me.
No.
And I just don't like it. I just don't. It's not even that, like, we've seen this particular match a whole bunch of times. It's just, like, this whole, like, feud. I'm just, like, over.
Well, I don't get it. I mean, it's the whole idea behind showing it so many times is ridiculous. And I don't understand why they keep doing it.
What makes this suck is Roman, Corbin, Ziggler, and Rude. The Usos are great. I like the Usos. I'm glad they returned. But this is just a crappy spot to put them in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, crappy spot.
Well, and
I don't appreciate it.
Well, I don't have a problem with Usos teaming with Roman. I just think that the whole idea behind this, because it's like lasted forever, and you would think that considering this is supposed to be like a rival and a feud, that you would not have it done this way.
Yeah.
I just don't know that the way they're doing it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. The next thing. Well, not the next thing. The Usos got hurt. So, one of them did. So then it ended up being a 2-on-3 handicap match. Which I was just like, why? You know? Like, seriously? You gotta have one of them, like, get hurt? Like, it was dumb.
Yeah, I don't understand the whole idea behind that either. Don't know why they did it that way.
Like, it was, like, really dumb.
And then he returns.
And then he comes back.
Yeah.
To help them. And I'm just like, what? What? It doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Like I said, I'm just over this feud.
Yeah, we know you're over the feud. It's like you're sick of it, tired of it.
Like,
don't want to see it anymore.
Over it. So over it.
Yeah.
So over it.
I hope the storyline ends at Royal Rumble, but I have a feeling it's going to go on to WrestleMania.
Roman and Corbin?
Yeah.
Well, not if Roman wins the Rumble, it's not.
I think that they're going to carry it out. I think there's going to be something. And yeah, I think if Roman wins the Rumble, I think that Corbin will be like, hey, that should be my shot, and I deserve it. And
I hope not. I hope neither of those things happen, because honestly, I'm just so tired of Roman. Just like, as a whole. It's not even just this feud. I'm just over Roman.
I think there's a lot of people that are over Roman.
I'm just so over him, and I don't want to see him win.
Oh, I think they just...
I don't want to see him win the Rumble.
Well, they need to change some stuff up with him. And why are you over him? I mean, because he's no different than Becky.
I like Becky.
That's
I
the
don't
point.
like Roman.
So, I mean, I don't have an issue with
What have I been
Roman
saying
and
recently,
himself.
though, about Becky, though? They need to switch it up and do something different with her. It's not that I'm, like, totally over Becky currently.
Yeah, like have her lose the title?
That they need to do something different with her to keep people interested, which I'm all for. Roman, I just flat out am tired of. Like, they've been trying to push him down our throats for, like, the last, like, I don't know how many years, and I'm just tired of it. Tired of him. And I don't want to see him in the main event spotlight anymore. Like, we just need to take a break from that and give it to somebody else.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of ridiculous how much they push him in the main event thing. How many times he's won the Rumble. How many times he's main evented WrestleMania. It's kind of ridiculous.
Well, I don't have a problem with him. I mean, he's your star. I mean, what do you expect? Right now, they don't have a lot of stars. Lacey Evans is the best babyface promo ever. I thought it was good. I hope Roman Reigns wins the Rumble.
I don't. Chris, I don't. I don't hope he wins. I hope he doesn't win. That's what I hope. I'm so over him.
I don't have a huge issue with him. So I think that it's okay if he wins.
Whatever. That's just me. Why? I'm just so over Roman. Like I said, I just feel like they've pushed him for so long in this, like, main event status when, like, personally, I don't really think he's that great.
I will tell him you said that.
Well, fine. Go ahead, tell him. Go ahead, tell him I said that. I just don't think he's that great. I just really don't. I really don't think he's that great.
I mean, what does anybody else think? What do you think about, like, the whole thing? I mean, does anybody else... I mean, if Roman were to win the Rumble, would you absolutely hate it?
Yes, I would absolutely hate it.
I know you would. It's not Roman Reigns'
like
fault.
those...
It's Vince McMahon's fault.
I would be like those reaction videos to, like, when Roman was, like, number 30 in the Rumble a couple years ago, where they're all like, yeah, who's gonna be? Who's gonna be? And then they're all like...
He's a 4-time WWE champion.
I don't care! That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I feel like in the last, like, 5 or 6 years, he has held the championship so much. Like, I just don't like him.
Not really. I like Roman now.
I'm sorry, I think I'm the only person.
A former tag team
Look
champion,
at
a
this.
former
He's
Universal
a
champion,
former 4-time WWE champion.
IC
He's a former IC champion, a former tag team champion, a former Universal champion. What does that literally say? Over the last 5 years,
he's lost a lot.
what has Roman done? All of that stuff. And he's been put out there in the main event status. And I'm over it. It's Drew McIntyre's turn. Okay? Where's Drew McIntyre been for the last 5 years?
I do agree they need to
Nowhere.
Well, I do agree they need to push other wrestlers.
Which is why he just shouldn't win the Rumble.
He is not the greatest of all time.
He just should not win the Rumble. Flat out, plain and simple, clear as day. He should not win the Rumble.
He doesn't have the character to be the best ever.
He's been winning matches. Yeah, but he shouldn't win the Rumble. He just shouldn't.
Drew McIntyre sucks.
Drew McIntyre does not suck. Drew McIntyre's my favorite, currently. And he needs to win the Rumble.
He has looked a lot... I used to not like McIntyre, but the last couple weeks I've felt that they've really turned him loose a little bit and made him look good. So I think that, you know...
Which is why he should win the Rumble.
Yeah, we'll see. He's ugly.
I'm just saying. And that's why he sucks. So, the Usos and Roman end up winning. Roman and Corbin end up at one point in the middle of this match. Like, they run out of the arena, and they, like, chase each other, and they're like, that's what their match this Sunday is going to be about. A Falls Count Anywhere. They can go anywhere in the arena. I'm just like, okay.
I need to take Baron Corbin off of TV. It's not Roman Reigns' fault that he's been the main event in WrestleMania. Yeah, I agree. I think if they would change Corbin's gimmick, I think that people would like him more.
You know what I think? I think if they just took Baron Corbin off TV, people would like him more.
They might.
That's what I think. Or people wouldn't like him, and when he comes back to TV, they'll be going, boo, go away.
They might.
That's what I think. Personally. That's what I think. So, Usos and Roman won. Is anybody shocked by that? Good. Glad. Me either. Nobody should be shocked because Usos and Roman were pretty much, they were set up to win from the beginning.
Roman Reigns wins the Rumble.
Like, I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't like the Usos being in this really sucks. Like, it really sucks that this is where they, like, bring them back and then they just, like, throw them into this.
Well, I think you have to because right now the tag team divisions are terrible.
But I don't care. Like, do something different with them then, other than this.
Well, I think this is probably the biggest storyline they could be in.
Because honestly, ultimately, to me, it just...
Outside of putting them in solo matches.
Like, it just... kind of makes me wish that they didn't return when they did. And wish that they had just, like, waited until they, you know, had something that was, like, decent. That wasn't, like, this. Because, like, you throw them in there with, like, Corbin and Rude and Ziggler, and I'm just, like, automatically not going to like it, you know? So, I don't know.
I mean, it's, I don't know. It's one of those things that you sit there and you go, okay, I don't know. I don't have an issue with what they brought him into because right now, like I said, the tag team division is not real good. So I think it hurts them more by just bringing them in against whoever. And winning the title doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just winning the title doesn't mean anything to the Usos because the tag team division right now is not good. I don't think the Fiend is Bray Wyatt. Oh, it's definitely Bray Wyatt. Now they may change it up. But I think that the Fiend right now is Bray Wyatt.
If Roman Reigns doesn't win the Royal Rumble, he's going to win the Elimination Chamber. I would not be shocked if that does happen.
Yeah, I would. I think it's Sister Abigail. Could be Sister Abigail.
You never know. So, after this, we get Lacey interview
Or
promo.
it could be what's in Rowan's cage.
Oh, boy. People saying
Wouldn't that be
Charlotte's going to win
interesting?
the Rumble. Would you be upset if Charlotte won?
Yes.
Yeah, I would, honestly. I'll share more on that in a little bit when we give our predictions, because I got a couple things to say.
I think they need to give some other people a shot. I mean, that's just my opinion. They need to give other people a chance to put some other people out there. Get some other people over.
Yeah, like I said, I'll finish sharing my thoughts on that in a little bit, because I got a couple things to say on that.
Yeah.
So then we get a Lacey interview, promo situation thing. She essentially comes out, she talks about her rough upbringing, she talks about her dad and, he fought addiction and he unfortunately lost that fight, and then she talks about her daughter, and then Bayley ends up attacking her from behind. This was so good. This is like the best promo from Lacey that I have seen probably ever. And I might even go as far as to say this is one of the best promos from anybody that I've seen in a while. Because it was just that good. And what made it good wasn't that she came out there and ran her mouth about this, that, and the other thing. What made it so good was it's real. And, it gave me chills, and it was so good.
Yeah, I thought it was good. The personal side of thing is what makes it, I think, what should get to people. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there saying, oh, yeah, you just tell us that we suck and we're nasty and everything, but you know what? When you're a heel, you do that. When you're a face, you do the opposite. So
that's what I literally scrolled through Twitter after seeing this promo, and there were people that were like, well, jeez. There were people that were on Twitter, running their mouths going, oh, well, I would have liked this so much better if she hadn't got around for the last year calling everybody nasty. And I'm sitting there going,
how you doing,
dude,
James?
She was a heel a year ago. Now, she's not a heel. What did you want her to be doing? That was her whole thing. So, I don't understand why people are like, this sucked, and I didn't like this.
I thought it was a good promo. I thought it was good.
The thing that made it good was because it was so personal, and because it was, her, and it was, real.
Yeah.
And it made it so good, and, she was, crying and stuff, and, it was so good.
How you doing, Elijah?
What is up?
Maybe you get acting.
We just might. You never know. So, I don't know. That's what I thought made it good.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the personal thing is what draws people in. And I think that's what made this good and made people really... I don't think it was fake, though. I don't either.
It was 100% real. She's gone on, like Twitter and stuff, and she was on the Lillian Garcia podcast and stuff and talked about her life and talked about her rough upbringing and her dad and all this stuff. And it's just, it's what made the promo so good was because it was so real. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got chills when she did the promo, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, so I loved it. I thought it was great.
Dana Brooke and Carmella in the Rumble match, what did they do to earn that?
A big fat nothing.
Or it could be just the fact they need some women to be put in the Rumble, and so they just happen to be two that get put in.
They just happen to be like, hey, put us in the Rumble match. And then somebody was like,
yeah.
Your wish is our command. That's what that was.
I think that's probably why they did it.
So that Bayley attacks her from behind, and it was like, awesome. Loved this. Then we go to Carmella and Dana Brooke backstage. Mella comes on and she's like, I'm money. And then she's like, I'm in the Rumble. And then Dana Brooke is like, I'm also in the Rumble. And then we pan to the side and it's like Lacey and Bayley in the back beating each other up. And then Lacey takes her shoe off and starts hitting Bayley in the head. I thought this was so funny and so excellent. The fact that she literally took her shoe off. She got pulled off of her because she was beating her up at first. And then she got pulled off of her. And she, physically took her shoe off. And Dana Brooke was, holding her. And she was, beating Bayley in the back of the head with her shoe. It was so funny. I loved it. Lacey promo was good. Her acting is better than Becky crying with green mist. The thing is, it wasn't acting, though.
Yeah, I don't think it was acting.
It wasn't acting. It was her literally being, choked up about giving this promo, but it wasn't a promo. It was her just talking about her life and what she's been through, and that's what made it so good.
What if Sasha cost Bayley the match, and then you still get Sasha Bayley at we get Sasha Bayley at Mania?
Maybe, possibly.
I mean, it's.
Honestly, I think if we're getting Sasha or Shashi, I almost said Sashi,
I know, Maven, I was just playing.
Sasha Bayley I almost said at the Rumble, at Mania for the title. If they're gonna do it, I think it's gonna be for the title, so she has to retain the championship at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Sasha, my hot babe. Becca will always be better than Lacey on the mic and twice on Sunday.
James, this promo this week, I just have to highly disagree. I'm sorry. It was just better. It was just better. I'm sorry, James. Becky promos are good, but this promo in particular was just so good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It was good.
Not trying to start anything here, but I'm just saying. Just saying.
Just saying.
So Lacey hits Bayley with the shoe. Then we go to the ring, and we get BlissCrossAppleSauce versus Fire and Desire.
I've never seen Gleen wear a t-shirt, only a button-up shirt. We're talking about Elias. I've always worn a t-shirt. I've never worn a button-up shirt. I always wear a t-shirt. Usually it's my NXT or I just happen to have a non-wrestling shirt on today.
That's just...
It's my orange shirt.
I'm wearing all green.
This way when I walk out in the street, I don't get hit. Boy, I'm ready for tomorrow. NXT versus NXT UK. Why did that even get
I don't know. No idea.
Boy, I don't get that. I mean, that's weird.
Does it make a whole lot of sense?
Nah.
Hawaii shirt for AEW.
I don't even have a Hawaii shirt.
Well, you should get one, just solely for when AEW goes on a cruise.
Yeah,
that's what
I should
do. That's what you should do. I mean, it'd be smart.
Yeah.
So we then get BlissCrossAppleSauce versus Sonya and Mandy. And this match doesn't even get started. But, like, Bayley runs out from the back to the ring, and Lacey legit, like, sprints. She was like, I'm not playing around with running. I'm gonna, like, sprint to the ring. Like, she bolted. If you watch the video on Twitter, it's like she was, like, there. It was, like, blink, and you would have missed it.
Yeah.
Like, she, like, bolted to the ring after Bayley.
Where was Sasha? Sasha's recording a song.
Sasha is, like, injured, I suppose, right now. She got taken out last week by Lacey, so I don't even know if she's going to be, like, at the Rumble.
Nah, probably not.
But then that totally ruins my whole thought process on the Rumble. Like, this SmackDown was okay. I can agree with that. I did not think this SmackDown was, like, horrible, but I thought it was, like, pretty good, you know? It was okay. Gleen, did you hear the lady talking in Elias' promo? No. I didn't pay that close of attention.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either. I have to go back and listen.
I didn't pay that close attention.
I heard a lot of fans yelling talking when. Yeah, we got your predictions, James.
Yes.
I did hear a lot of people talking when the Fiend was out there.
I hope Sasha gets a brand new theme. I don't like that one. I love her new theme. Ba 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 ba. When she enters in the Rumble, it's going to be so sick. I'm going to be sitting here going, do, 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 do. I'm going to be like dancing. It's going to be great.
That sounds like, a video game.
So, Lacey and Bayley come out to the ring, and then officials try to split everybody apart, and then this, like, BlissCrossAppleSauce and Sonya and Mandy match, like, never even happens. So, like, what was the purpose of this? Just to have Lacey and Bayley fight each other? I'm kind of okay with it, because it really makes it that much more intense. Like, Lacey's like, I really hate you, and I'm going to rip your guts out.
You think you know me.
Like, I'm going to rip your guts out, and then I'm going to stomp on them, and then I'm going to stomp on you.
Well, I think it adds to the storyline. I think that's the one thing it does is it helps that out.
It really makes it look like Lacey truly hates Bayley.
Yeah.
She really hates Bayley and Sasha, and is like, I'm not playing around.
Yeah.
You know?
It was good.
So, Bayley needs a new theme.
Instead of the New
Can't
Day being,
disagree with that.
Instead of the New Day being in the Royal Rumble, they should defend it tag team titles against Morrison and The Miz. I agree.
I legit have been saying that for the last month or so.
Yeah.
Since they brought John Morrison back.
Yeah.
So,
sounds like the Dean Ambrose, John Moxley theme.
That's funny. So, we then get Elias. He sings a song, and then he brings Braun out. And then Elias asks Braun to sing with him, and Braun starts to sing, but then Cesaro, Sammy, and Nakamura interrupt them. We then get Elias and Braun versus Nakamura and Cesaro. Oh, good grief. If you're just going to make the match already, like Braun Strowman versus Nakamura for the IC title at the Royal Rumble. Like, just do it already. But, wait, you can't, because both dudes are in the Rumble.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the purpose of this is.
I don't know either. I mean, other than getting... I have no clue.
You really have no idea why.
I was going to go somewhere with it and then decided no.
Then you're like, I really don't know now.
No. No clue why. Why is Brock in the Rumble? Why not New Day?
Well, New Day is in the Rumble.
Yeah. New Day is in the Rumble.
Yes. It was announced like yesterday or the day before that they're in the Rumble. John had a good idea, but Kofi has to do his annual elimination rejection. Yeah, see, I'm excited. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to hold off to say what I was going to say for just a minute. Elias and Strowman win the match. Cool, whatever. Then we get Big E and Kofi backstage. They talk about Morrison. Then, guys, we legit get told that we are getting John Morrison versus Kofi Kingston next. Go to commercial break, we come back. We get a literal 20-minute Royal Rumble instruction manual. Then we go to commercial break again. We come back. We get a Sheamus promo video. And then, I kid you not, we go to commercial break again. And then we come back and we finally get Kofi versus John Morrison. If Kofi versus John Morrison wasn't next, then don't tell us it's next.
Yeah, I don't understand why they do that.
If you're going to do 45 things in between, don't tell us it's next.
Well, that's because they're trying to get you to stay. Just saying.
I don't get it. But to me, it's like you put 3 commercial breaks in there, and it's just kind of like, why?
Elias and Braun in a tag team, nice. WB cool, great. I said it, and I'm going to say it again. Braun is a new Big Show. I would agree 100%.
Sup?
They're not using him well.
Justin, what's up?
I
Export, how's it going? Why are they having 27 wrestlers announced for Rumble? They just killed the element of surprise.
Yes.
Dude, I legit was just going to say that because we get Kofi Kingston versus John Morrison next. Miz gets on the mic. He says, John Morrison returned to in-ring action last week, and what did you people do? You didn't cheer him like you cheer other people when they return. You booed him. You booed him. What is your guys' problem? Then he, stops for a minute, and he goes, well, just so everybody knows, Morrison and I are entering the Rumble. So at this point, we legit have, 2 spots left that haven't been announced? So my hopes of getting Matt Riddle versus Brock Lesnar in the Rumble are very slim now.
Yes.
And I'm a little disappointed about it.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's not going to happen.
Because they legit have,
Do they have any NXT wrestlers in it?
No! There's literally nobody.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think they had any.
Nobody.
I'm glad I haven't watched the product in weeks.
Just, hold on. Let me find the list of all the entrants announced. Let me just find it. Keep talking.
Well, again, I don't know why they're not. Why they're doing it this way. It's I suppose you could do something good. No NXT. James, that's the best product they have. The best wrestlers right now are in NXT. And
okay.
When you're not including them, I think it hurts the show.
Confirmed entrants: Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, King Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Elias, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Otis, Tucker, Rusev, Bobby Lashley, Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy, Braun Strowman, Nakamura, Seth Rollins. Okay, that's 20 people right there. Then we have Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Kofi Kingston, Big E, The Miz, and John Morrison. That leaves 4 spots left that have not been announced.
Yeah, I hate when they announce everyone's.
But wait just a minute. I'm pretty sure that they confirmed on Instagram that R-Truth is in this match too. And I'm pretty sure Cain Velasquez said he's also in this match. So that takes 2 more spots away. So then we literally have 2 spots left. So
So who are the 2 big surprises? Because obviously the way they've done, I don't understand
who could they even be?
You need to throw a couple people out there.
Don't announce all 30 of your entrants, okay? Don't do that. I don't understand it.
WWE is like a game. It's nice to watch and play, but you get tired of watching or playing it. If they would change up, and see, those aren't, John Cena, CM Punk, Edge. None of those.
I could potentially see John Cena being one, but at this point, because there's only 2 spots left, I'm not expecting anything big. I'm expecting it to be the Singh brothers. Guys, that's my guess. The last 2 entrants in the Rumble are going to be the Singh brothers.
Well, it might be.
When I am right, I am going to laugh.
The problem with the whole, Cena, Punk, Edge, all of those, are they going to be really surprises if they show up?
No, the only thing that's going to be, surprising about it is, it's just going to be the fact that they're going to get a huge pop and people are going to be like, oh my god, yes! It's not even going to be anything, crazy. Because everybody will be like, whoop whoop, so excited for it.
Best in the world.
I don't know.
I only care about Tony and Dakota.
Keith Lee would be good in the Rumble. See, that's what I was thinking, is that maybe Keith Lee would be in the Rumble. But at this point, I'm not thinking we're getting Keith Lee. I'm not thinking we're getting Matt Riddle. I'm not thinking we're getting Johnny Gargano. I'm not thinking we're getting Adam Cole or Roderick or anybody. Because at this point, legit, everybody's announced. And there are going to be 2 spots left. And that's it.
Yeah, I don't...
The fact that I think maybe, this is not confirmed on the list. Cain Velasquez is not confirmed on the list. But he said himself in an interview that he's going to be in the Rumble. I wonder if that's supposed to be a surprise entrant. But hey, bro, if it was supposed to be a surprise, he ruined it. Because he told everybody he's going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah.
So, and even then, that's not even a good surprise entrant. It's Cain Velasquez. Who cares? Oh, Brock might care. But the rest of the world, not so much.
No.
So
just be patient.
And be patient for what, James? Sorry, I just gotta ask. Be patient for what, though? on people. And, like, 95% of the Rumble people are, like, sick and they get the virus of the flu or something and they can't wrestle, then all those people are going to be in the Rumble. And then we're going to be like, yeah, we knew that. Yeah, we knew that. Yeah, we knew that.
No taker.
Yeah, we knew that. Yeah, we knew that. I think, you know what I think? I think the 2 surprise entrants will be number 2 and number 30.
Yeah,
That'll be what the 2 surprise entrants are. It'll be the first person to fight Brock, and then it'll be the last person to enter the Rumble.
Probably.
Those will be the 2. No, but wait, who am I kidding? It'll be number 29 because Roman will be the last person to enter the Rumble.
The Singh brothers in the number 30 spot.
Kane? Question mark. Like, honestly though, could they do the Singh brothers as one entrant?
No.
Cause like, put them together and they equal like one person, but like by themselves they're about half a person.
What did it say? Roman Reigns?
Yeah, Roman's in the Rumble. He's
Yeah.
confirmed.
Yeah.
Brock's confirmed. Roman's confirmed. Corbin, Ziggler, Rowan, Styles, Orton, Elias, Mysterio, Ricochet, Drew, Otis, Tucker. Which honestly I don't.
Roman is winning the Rumble.
Rusev, Lashley, Black,
No,
Murphy,
those are 2 people. They
Strowman,
suck.
Nakamura, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Kofi Kingston, Big E, The Miz, and John Morrison. Like, you legit have, like, nobody, like, left to even guess.
Yeah. Sheamus.
Sheamus, I don't think he's going to be in the Rumble because he has his match with Shorty G.
Maybe Shorty G's going to be in it.
See, there's so many
surprise
people.
entrant, Shorty G.
There's so many people that I'm like, oh, yeah, they could put them in the Rumble and that would be so cool. But it's like, it's not going to
Eliminates
happen.
Brock.
It's not going to happen because there's legit 2 spots left.
Yeah.
It's just, like, kind of ridiculous. And it makes the men's Rumble match, it's not going to be fun to watch at all.
No.
Because everybody's going to already know who's in it. The thing that makes the women's match so much better than the men's currently is the fact that we don't have a freaking clue
They should
who
have
is
been
in
40
it.
men this year. I think it would have made it more interesting. I wonder who will eliminate Brock.
Wait. I was going to say, he's going to say Ricochet.
Yeah, that's what I said before.
Yeah. But that's what makes the women's match so much better than the men's this year. It's the fact that we don't have a clue who is...
That match is going to be really quick, Sheamus. Yeah, I agree. Can I be a
It's
mod?
going to be 2 minutes.
No.
Literally 2 minutes.
Whatever happened to good Royal Rumbles? Now I'm watching 1990 Royal Rumble for now.
From now on. Well, then you're going to get the same winner every year. You're going to be saying, yes! This person's going to Mania. And then you're going to get to Mania and be like, never mind. They didn't go to Mania. That's so sad.
That'd be cool if Ricochet eliminates Brock, that Brock is going to attack him and beat him in a pay-per-view. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be a great storyline. I think that they could do something with it if they do it correctly.
The only thing I said is I just don't think Brock's going to stick around. If it happens at the Saudi show, maybe. But I really just don't think Brock's sticking around after Mania to even do a storyline.
What happened to the Lucha Brothers? They gone?
Yeah, Lucha House Party.
Yeah. They
Left.
Or
Disappeared.
Yeah.
Why Charlotte? Question mark.
Adios. Arrivederci.
Export. I don't know why people think Charlotte's going to win the Rumble. I really don't have a clue. But I'm going to share my Rumble predictions in just a little bit.
Only bad thing about the storyline is I doubt Ricochet would beat him.
Yep, Ricochet stands no
probably
chance. So,
But it'd be interesting.
We get Kofi Kingston, John Morrison. John Morrison wins per pretty much what anybody would think.
Yeah.
Like, everybody thought that he was going to win.
Yeah.
You know? Then we get the Bray and Bryan contract signing, guys. In all honesty,
Sasha or Shayna will win.
wasn't my favorite segment.
No.
I thought this contract signing was okay.
Yeah.
Didn't love it.
I thought it was cool. I think the way they did it, I loved it. You didn't think that Bray Wyatt was going to come out and sit there and sign it, do you? I mean, like, for real?
I mean, no.
And without, like, attacking him?
I really I don't know. I just didn't really, why do a contract signing then? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, you know?
Yes,
so, Bryan,
they did beat him with ease, but think about this. What they're doing, but Bryan keeps getting back up. So the thing is they're building this thing up where, okay, even though he may be getting beat, he's bouncing back up and he's still putting up a fight.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to go back to something in 1 second after I go through this segment. Something that somebody said to me last week or the week before when I did the show by myself. Gotta share thought process here. Just one second, guys. So, Bray shows up on the screen. He says he's trying to send Bryan the contract because he's like putting it through the printer or whatever, but the printer's like smoking and it isn't working. And so he then says, maybe this is a blessing in disguise because I don't know if you really want to fight the Fiend. I really don't know if you want to do it, Bryan. I just don't know. Bryan then says, I know you're a sick man. Okay, I know this already. So why don't you just come out here and sign this contract right now? Because we need to do this. Bray says, that's not a very nice
Here's a question.
That's
okay?
not a very nice
thing
to say.
Yeah, but here's a thought on this whole thing. Right now, because of this feud with Bryan, you're starting to see the crowd dislike the Fiend. Which, if he's going to be a true heel, isn't that what you want?
I have a thought process on this, which I said I'm going to share in just a minute, but I got to get through the segment. So, he says it's not a very nice thing to say, and he says, as my attorney, Mercy the Buzzard, has advised me, he's advised me to stay back here. So, my attorney, Mercy the Buzzard, said stay here. So, I'm going to do just that. But Bray says, remember, you won't be competing with me this Sunday. So, it's only fitting that he comes to sign the contract. The Fiend shows up in the ring. It goes with the red lights. I really hope we don't do the red lights on Sunday. If we do the red lights, I'm just going to be like, ay. Let's not do that. Bryan tries to fight him off, but he loses miserably. Can't speak. Miserably. That's the word. Bray then stabs himself in the hand with the pen and puts his handprint on the paper and then leaves. And then Bryan gets up off the floor, and it's just kind of like this guy, you know. So that was all of SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a bad SmackDown, but I didn't think it was one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Again, I think the whole Fiend thing, I think is like they're creating the whole he's a heel because I think Bray Wyatt himself gets cheered, but then the Fiend is starting to get to where people, especially with this Bryan thing, I think that they're starting to get to where he's starting to really become a heel because people are starting to dislike him.
Okay, so my thought process on this is, I suppose, yes, that that he's becoming more of a heel.
Yeah.
I suppose that. I can see that. But honestly, I don't know if it's going to stay that way after this feud ends. I think people are going to go back to liking the Fiend like they did before because the Fiend is cool. I suppose it depends on what they do with him. But I got asked, like a week ago or so, 2 weeks ago, whenever it was that you were sick and you were out of the show. Someone asked me, like, what is it going to take for somebody to beat the Fiend? Like, what would be the strategy for somebody to beat the Fiend? My answer to that was, honestly, I don't think it's anything that anyone can do to beat the Fiend. It's their mentality going into the match. What happened with The Miz was, it was very personal. And he was going in saying, I want to beat him for my family, and I want to do this for my family, and it was very personal.
The thing about beating the
Fiend... The thing that's different with Bryan is, yes, it was personal in the beginning, I suppose, kind of. But it's different because Bryan is, like, going into this saying, yeah, you're crazy. I know you're crazy. But I want to beat you. I will beat you. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Which I think gives him a better shot at winning and makes it almost more believable that he could potentially win the match. with the fact that that's his mentality going in. With Miz, I think it was, he really didn't stand a chance because it was so personal and he was focused on the aspect of not really beating the Fiend. He was focused on the aspect of doing it for his family.
Well,
and defending his family's
Okay, but
honor.
they should have had, here's what they should have done. They should have just had Seth beat the Fiend in the first place. Okay? That should have happened, you know, without a doubt. That should have been, and then
Seth beat the Fiend?
Yes, because here's
why.
Why? Because he beat him down. He had him down. All he had to do was like finish it and pin him. Okay, it was over.
Okay.
The Fiend can be beat. The problem with the Fiend is you can beat him down, tear him down, beat him up, make him bleed, do everything, and the guy just keeps getting back up.
Okay.
And so losing a match, I don't think it's that big a deal for the Fiend to lose.
No, but how does that make any sense, though? That you can beat him down and do all this stuff and have him lose a match and then have him get right back up. Wouldn't it make more sense to just have him get right back up so he doesn't get beat?
No, because...
Doesn't that make sense?
Why?
Because it's kind of like contradicting everything you just said. Is like he could get back up from a beating. When he legit just took the 1, 2, 3 and didn't get up.
Okay.
Like, I don't think beating him is the right answer, personally.
The Fiend isn't about winning and losing.
I don't care.
WWE's made him about winning and losing, but the fact is, the Fiend isn't about winning and losing.
But the second you have him lose, people are going to say, the Fiend now sucks. The Fiend has been ruined because he lost. The Fiend is over because he lost. The Fiend sucks because he lost. What has happened to every other Bray Wyatt incarnation when he has lost? He's been on a winning streak, and then he loses. What happens when he loses? People then say, well, he sucks. He's going to go down the toilet from here. And what has happened, that is exactly what has happened. This is why every single one of his characters has failed up to this point.
You know why?
Is because he lost.
You know why? Because they've allowed that to happen. They can have him lose, get back up, and just beat up whoever, beat him.
But even if they did that with
winning
his old
and losing
characters,
doesn't matter. You know, as far as I'm concerned, winning and losing doesn't matter for the Fiend. The Fiend doesn't have to win. Why they gave him the title is way beyond me. They should have never given him the title. He should never have the title. Because the Fiend is not about the title. The Fiend is about going out and destroying people. You know, outside of the couple things where, spots where we saw Bray Wyatt talking about the title, they don't care.
This is precisely what I'm saying. By the way, just a reminder, Bray hasn't won a single Mania match. A single Mania match. When he's been in big feuds with people going into Mania, and then he loses. And then people go, well, that was a missed opportunity. That was bad. That was bad. Why did we just do that? Now, he ultimately sucks because they just had him lose. All that build-up and all that great stuff to have him lose? Why? Why do that to this? Why do that to him currently?
The Fiend doesn't have to win.
But he doesn't need to lose either.
Well, okay, then he wins.
Okay.
I mean, that's your two options. You either
maybe
win or
he
you
doesn't
lose.
win. Maybe he gets disqualified. I mean, I don't know.
But then but then nobody's won. He still has the title.
So?
I don't think that it's that big a deal. Him winning and losing is
what we are going to lead to here is Roman and Bray. Not Bray, the Fiend. Roman and the Fiend at WrestleMania. And then the Fiend is going to get beat by Roman. And guess what? You know what I think is going to happen? I think people are going to go, Roman sucks now. He ultimately sucks because he just beat the Fiend. So then Roman's going to turn into the bad guy because he beat the Fiend. Whoever you have beat the Fiend is going to turn into the bad guy. Ultimately. It doesn't matter what you do.
Why?
With Seth.
Why?
Look at what happened with Seth. People booed him out of the freaking building when he won that match.
Okay, but we're already seeing what's happening here. People are starting to boo the Fiend now.
Are they really, though?
Yeah, go back and watch tonight. People were booing him when he was beating up Bryan. I mean, it's starting to happen. The whole idea behind him being a heel,
but he's not a
heel. Well, he wasn't because the fans made it. Bryan won't get booed if he wins. That's what I'm saying. They're setting this up.
I take that back. It depends on who Bray Wyatt is fighting.
They can create the Fiend as a true heel. And I can see it happening if they do it right. they should have never had, like I said, they should have never had him beat. They should have never had him beat Seth to win the title. Roman will beat him with like 8 spears and his 4 Superman punches. Yeah, I mean, that's just it. The fact that you have to beat him down, it's not just a matter of winning. It's about beating him down and keeping him down, and then keeping him down long enough that you can pin him. That's what, and Seth had him. The problem was, Seth wanted to destroy him. And they messed that up. They could have taken that the next night, and the crowd was turning on Seth, and he could have just turned on the crowd and said, "You're right. You people don't like me." But here, you're starting to see people are starting to turn on The Fiend because of Daniel Bryan.
But after the Daniel Bryan feud is over, I don't think people are going to boo The Fiend anymore.
I think they will, because they'll always remember that, you know what? He's the one that like, I mean, if he ends up beating Bryan and destroying him, people will go, you know what? He's the one that destroyed him.
But
I mean,
honestly,
The Fiend can stay down long enough to be pinned, yes.
I don't foresee that happening, though. I just see, after this whole feud with Bryan is over, I see it going back to the way it was, where people are like, The Fiend is the coolest thing since sliced bread, if they don't screw him up.
Cool, James.
So, I don't know.
I just think the Fiend is better than Brock Lesnar.
I think
that they could do, what they could do with him is, again, I think that you have a shot here.
The crowd will boo Roman.
The Fiend doesn't have to win.
Versus The Fiend. I 100% agree with that. The crowd will boo Roman in a feud with The Fiend. I 100% agree with that. If Roman wins the Rumble and chooses to fight The Fiend, which he will because he's on SmackDown, then yeah, Roman is 100% getting booed. Not only because he won the Rumble and people didn't want to see him win the Rumble.
You want to know how you don't get Roman booed?
What?
I can tell you how you don't get Roman booed. When this Daniel Bryan thing is done, you have Daniel Bryan back Roman, and then the crowd will cheer on Roman.
You what? Say that again.
You have Bryan backing Roman, building him up, talking about, you know what, you go out there, you destroy him, and people will back Roman.
I don't know. I personally think, me, if you put Roman versus The Fiend, I'm not cheering for Roman. I don't want to see the championship put on Roman. I don't even want to see The Fiend versus Roman.
Well,
because you know what I know? It has nothing to do with me not liking Roman. It has to do with the fact that I know going into this match, Fiend stands no chance. Fiend is not winning. Roman will walk out with the title, whether we like it or not. Whether we're booing Roman, whether we're cheering Roman, Roman is walking out with the title.
Maybe.
Whether we like it or not.
But
no, it's not a maybe, maybe not thing. It's a yes, that is happening. Because that's just the way it is. That's the way it's going to go down. Roman's going to walk out with the title. He might be the most hated person then in all of WWE, or he might be the most loved person in all of WWE. It doesn't really matter. It's going to happen regardless. And I'm not down with that. I'm not cool with that, putting the title on Roman, because, hey, let's put the title on Roman.
The thing is, if you have Bryan backing him, then it's not going to matter. I mean, you're going to have people backing Roman. And then if he does beat The Fiend, and, you know, you immediately have Bryan come out and like, congratulate him and everything.
Then, you know what you should do? You should have Bryan.
Going, you know what?
Then what you should do?
This is awesome.
You should do the ultimate heel turn, the ultimate, stick it to Roman. You know what you should do? You should have Bryan stab him right in the back and go, haha, guess what? I know I can beat you, and I'm going to take the title from you. That's what you do then. You want to go down that road? That's what you do. And then you ultimately take the title off Roman, because, woohoo, that'd be great.
No, you don't. Make The Fiend a true heel. You have a shot at making a true heel here.
Did you even listen to what I just said?
But, yeah.
I just said, you then bring Bryan out, he congratulates Roman, and it's like, yes, good job, yes, you beat him, and then he's like, boom, knife in the back.
No.
Yeah, that's what you should do. It'd be the ultimate heel turn.
Okay, but
and then it'd be great. I'd be cheering Daniel Bryan personally. I just would.
People are already cheering Bryan, okay?
But I'd cheer Bryan even more.
But that's the problem, is then you don't separate your heels and you don't separate the heels and your faces. Right now, you have a chance to have a true heel.
Yeah.
You have a chance to have a true heel right now.
Is MJF a true heel? Yes. Do people boo him and love on him? Yes.
No, MJF
So,
and this Cody.
I don't know.
Okay, but since they've started this Cody thing, more people have booed him.
Whatever. I could see that if the Fiend corrupts Bryan. Now, I think it would just be cool, like, if Bryan can't get the job done, then he's all, like, jealous and stuff that Roman beats him, and then he's like, boom, knife in the back. Guess what? I know I can beat you, and I'm going to win the title.
I think
I'm a bad guy.
You
and then they fight for it at SummerSlam. That'd be great.
You carry this the Fiend, and I think you carry this Fiend Bryan's thing out for up until WrestleMania.
But, like...
Not that you have to have them fighting or anything like that, but you have the Fiend messing with Bryan. Up until Mania.
Honestly, like, after they have the Fiend lose, I feel like there are going to be so many people that just go, I don't care anymore. Because you've had him lose. He doesn't have the title anymore. He's not a big deal. So I don't care. Honestly, you have him lose. For me personally, it's not that I'm not going to care about the Fiend anymore because the Fiend is cool. But I'm going to care a little less because you're just kind of chipping away at him. And if they just chip away at him for way too long and it's just kind of like there's like this much left, then I'm really going to be like,
You beat him in a Buried Alive match.
You know, I just don't want them to mess up the Fiend. And I feel like having him lose is the way they're going to do it. That's how you screw him up. Have him lose the title as Bray Wyatt. Do that. Because that's not the Fiend. Then you can have some sort of mind game things with Bray Wyatt and the Fiend.
The Fiend doesn't have to have the title. Why they put
I'm
it
not
on him
saying the Fiend has to have the title. I never said the Fiend needed to have the title. Did I ever say it? Did those words ever come out of my mouth? The Fiend needs to have the title? No, they didn't. What I'm saying is I don't think it's smart to have him lose.
Don't like it.
I just don't think it's smart to have him
SummerSlam,
lose.
it's going to be Stephanie versus Becky. She has one last debt.
Won't be shocked if that happens, in all honesty. She said something about it on backstage. She said, I would love to have a match with Stephanie. Love to have a match with Stephanie to finish off that one last final thing, you know?
Yeah.
Won't be shocked if it happens. I'm just saying. I don't think beating the Fiend is the right answer.
Okay, whatever.
Beating Bray Wyatt,
He should
okay
go undefeated for the next 25 years.
I'm saying, if you want to take the title off of him, have him lose it as Bray Wyatt, and then you can do some sort of mind games thing with Bray Wyatt and the Fiend, where the Fiend is just like, I can't believe you just lost my title, you know? I can't believe you did that.
MJF.
And now, you're going to pay. I'm going to be like a mental dude, and I'm going to like, mess you up, you know? I'm going to make you go crazy. Until finally, I'm there, and I'm the reality.
God forbid Roman wins and chooses Brock. That would be an even worse option.
Honestly, if Roman wins and he chooses whoever, I don't care who Roman chooses, okay? It's going to suck regardless. It really will suck regardless. That's my 2 cents on that.
All right.
Is it though? Is it going to be better if he chooses Brock? Is it going to be better if he chooses Bray? No. It's going to suck either way. Because it means he won the Rumble. So,
all right.
I'm just not okay with it. They've been pushing Roman for so many years. I'm just tired of it. Tired of Roman. Take him off TV. Put him away for a little bit. I don't want to see him in the main event status. It's not even that you have to take him off TV. It's just take him out of the main event status for a little bit. Maybe put him in, the IC title or the United States title or hey, even put him in the tag team division for a little bit. Like, I don't even care. Just do something with him that isn't fighting for the Universal or the WWE Championship.
Okay.
Because I'm just over it.
Chill, Maeve.
Sorry, I will most certainly not chill. Okay? I never chill. Chill
Sorry,
is not in my vocabulary. Unless we're talking about chilled tea. Otherwise, I don't use the word chill. Mic drop. Pow. Explosion. So, Royal Rumble.
Roman should go have some feuds in NXT. Would love to see him feud with a Disputed Era.
I would just love to see Roman do anything except nothing.
Anything except... So you don't want to see him do nothing?
Oh, wait. I mean, anything. I don't want to see him do anything. Personally, I'm just over him. I'm just over Roman.
You got McIntyre, who clearly has got momentum. Just having win the whole thing, please. WWE.
Just please have him win. Let him win. Let him win the whole freaking thing. For once in his life, let McIntyre be the chosen one. Let him be the one who goes like the full 180, 365, 395,265, 82, 1 to 5, 3 to 6 to 5 to 9. Let him do that, please.
Oh yeah.
Just let him.
Drew will probably win the Rumble.
It is his turn to win. I don't want to see another year of Roman. It's not the year of Roman. It's the year of Drew McIntyre. People just need to understand that. Vince needs to open up his eyes and see
Drew is not
that
winning.
it is the year of Drew McIntyre. It is the year of Drew McIntyre. And if anybody else has anything to say, I'm sorry, I just disagree. It's the year of Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. So.
Yeah.
Well, Maven, we on heavy metal time. Yes. Heavy metal time. Heavy metal time. I'm happy when Drew came back, they didn't give him that crappy entrance that he used to have. So yeah. Who's ready for Royal Rumble 2020 predictions? Everybody? Is everybody excited? Everybody ready to go? Ready for a thought process on everything?
I liked his old entrance music.
I like his new entrance music. Well, actually, his old entrance music was good. I do still listen to that. His new entrance music is, like, good, though, too.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I disagree. Roman never lost the title. He deserves it.
I disagree. Roman, I don't really care if he lost the title or not. He doesn't deserve it.
What are you going to do when Roman eliminates Drew? I don't think Roman's going to eliminate Drew.
If Roman eliminates Drew, y'all get to see my reactions live, so something's going to go down, and it might be this monitor through that window.
Yeah, then Maven's just going to have to figure out how to pay for it. Just saying.
So, like, yeah. So you guys all better be here in the chat watching my reactions live because it's going to be something special if that happens. And not special in a good way. So.
Yeah, not special in a good way.
Special in a bad way. So, yeah.
Your channel has been suspended.
No, it hasn't. Stop playing with this man. I'm a funny human being.
Yeah.
So, predictions for... I can't be in live because I'm in Houston. Well, cool.
I'm entering the Rumble.
Cool. Drew McIntyre
is to win the Royal Rumble. If he doesn't, I'm going to throw my TV.
Hey, that's you and me both, man.
I'm not throwing anything because that costs me money. I don't care if Drew McIntyre or
I might need to have
or anybody
a box
wins.
of tissues
It's not worth,
me, so I can pull some tissues out of the box and throw them across the room when Roman wins the Rumble.
Yeah.
It's just, that's the way it's gonna be.
Yeah.
That's the way it's gonna be. So, guys, first match on the card is the pre-show. United States Championship match. Andrade versus Humberto Carrillo.
I'm going to be at Worlds Collide and Rumble.
That is awesome, cool, Danielle. You'll have to let us know how it goes.
Yes.
You'll have to let us know what's the reactions of everybody there live.
Yes.
You'll have to let us know. So, Andrade versus Humberto Carrillo for the United States Championship on the pre-show. Okay. I'm going to say Andrade.
Yeah.
Because Humberto, I just don't see winning. Okay, actually, I take that back. If Ray comes out to help him, then maybe.
I'm going to take Humberto.
But I am picking Andrade.
I think they're going to do something different with Andrade. Like, the Andrade gimmick is so annoying. It's the same thing every match. Yes.
See, I really like Andrade. I think he is good in the ring. Definitely his gimmick is like a lot of the same stuff all the time.
What does Zelina Vega cost in the match? Humberto wins.
I don't think Zelina cost him the match.
Why will you put the title on Humberto who's got zero reaction? Part of the reason he has zero reactions because, like, you don't put him out there, and the matches they've put him in haven't been real good. So,
wait,
who knows?
Humberto wins, but DQ. I could foresee that happening too. But I'm going to stick with Andrade. That's what I'm going to choose. Andrade. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. So,
Yeah.
Humberto won't be elevated, or Humberto
Thanks for
won't
the follow,
elevate the
G-Station.
title at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can get that. I totally get that, and I understand that 100%. Humberto really won't elevate the title. I think it's better if you just keep it on Andrade.
Yes.
So, that's what I think.
Yeah. Again, I think that I think it depends on you know. I don't know. Humberto winning wouldn't like bother me.
It wouldn't really bother me either. It's just like I just personally don't think it really isn't gonna do much for the title, and he really doesn't get that much of a reaction currently. So like I don't know. I just don't know.
Depends on what they do.
I suppose.
Yeah, it depends.
I suppose.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that much of Humberto. Humberto wins, so yeah, Andrade.
Yeah.
So, Andrade. That's my final choice.
Yeah. I'd agree.
That's my final pick.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would not be shocked if Humberto wins with the disqualification side of things.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Humberto winning wouldn't bother me. I just don't know much about him. It's because I haven't used him enough. I don't think they've used him
It's not
near
even that I
enough.
haven't used him enough. It's just like he has been used a lot recently, and like I just don't think he's that over with the people, and like he doesn't really have like a super great gimmick currently that's like, yeah, Humberto, go you,
Yeah.
you know. So I don't know.
Well, and I agree, Export. I think that's the one big thing about
There's
him.
nothing about him that makes people invest in him.
I think that's
He's
what makes
just another good wrestler.
makes
100% agree with that.
I would agree, but I mean, he hasn't really been given the opportunity to try and get over.
Except he has, though. He's been on TV for the last...
Okay, but as
like,
I've said
since
before,
the draft.
as I've said before, if you're gonna put him out there, then have him do spots, have
But
him do
he
talking.
has, though. He's been used
He hasn't talked a lot, though.
Yes, he has.
No.
He's had a couple promos. Part of the problem why they don't have him speak is because I don't know if his English is that great, and so like if Vince thinks
So
that
then
he
do the
can't
same thing they
speak
do with
English,
do the same
then-
thing they're doing with Asuka. Have him get up and speak Spanish.
But that's not what Vince is gonna do though. So
I mean,
I don't know what to do with him. He's been on TV the last several months. He hasn't connected with the people. He's been used in some major storylines. He's had matches with major people. And people just don't really care. I think he's a great wrestler. 100% agree with that. But there's nothing about him that's like an it factor. There is not an it factor for him.
okay, so what's the in factor for Andrade?
I don't know. He's just like better. He's better. He has Zelina. Like, he's more established. I don't know.
Okay, there you are.
Humberto's established, though, too. So, like, if we want to sit here and say that he's not established, I mean,
I'm just saying.
he is, but I don't know. ASMR voice. Hi, I'm John, and welcome to the story starring Maven and Mr. G. Yes. Hello, Starring John. What is up? How's it going? So, I don't know. I think Andrade wins.
I wouldn't.
Starring John, just to catch you up, don't know how
Wouldn't
long
shock
you've been
me.
here. We're doing predictions currently. We're doing Andrade versus Humberto for the pre-show. That's the first match we're talking about here. I'm taking Andrade. He's taking Humberto. Humberto via DQ, maybe. I don't really know. He's picking
With heavy
Humberto.
heart, I changed my mind and picked Andrade.
That's the first of many, James. The first one of many that James is gonna change. It's the first of many.
All right, on time. Good, because Smackdown was.
like, honestly, we got through it really quick. It only took us like 30 minutes to talk about SmackDown.
Overall, I didn't think SmackDown was bad.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't that great either.
I mean,
that Lacey Evans promo, though, thought was the best thing on the show, personally. Thought it was the best yet. The best.
Andrade.
The best. It was the best. What about you, Star John? What do you think of the Lacey Evans promo? Just want to hear your thoughts. So, then we have Sheamus and Shorty G. Sheamus is winning this, no question. Actually, switch up. I'm going to say Shorty G wins. I think they're going to trick us, and we're going to think that it's going to be a 2-second squash match where Sheamus kicks dude's
Lacey
head
almost
off.
made me cry.
Like, I really think that, I think Shorty G wins. Lacey almost made me cry.
It
was such a good promo, though, because it was so real. And, like, it was, I got chills. I really did, man. It was a really good promo, and I loved it. I thought it was one of the best promos that she's done in a long time, if not one of the best promos that we've seen from anybody in a bit.
I think this is a tough one to pick.
Honestly, I think everybody going into this is thinking Sheamus wins because it's going to be 2 seconds, and Shorty G's going to get his head kicked off.
But here's the thing. Sheamus is just coming back, so you can't have him lose. But you've made so many you've tried to make Shorty G jokes. And so I think that it's tough. I think it's one of those things that's tough.
Chad Gable's still running with this gimmick. I feel bad for him. I got Shorty G winning. I really think Shorty G's winning.
Yeah. I think that
I really think he's winning.
Again, it's a tough one. I think it's a tough one that's
Shorty G. Just go with your gut feeling. My gut feeling says Shorty G. Cause I think he's gonna like get the like roll up pin on Sheamus, and Sheamus is gonna be like, what? That's what I think is gonna happen.
I'm gonna take Shorty G.
So I'm gonna say
Although,
Shorty G.
I don't know why, but I think it hurts Sheamus since he's just coming back.
I agree with that, but I think almost to build Shorty G up, because I don't think this is going to be the only match that they have, so I think that Shorty G wins this one, Sheamus is probably going to win the next one, and Sheamus will probably win the last one to finish it off.
Yeah, I mean...
That's what I think is going to happen.
Possible.
So, that's what I would say for those.
Yeah.
So, then, we have Roman Reigns versus King
John L. is taking Sheamus.
Corbin.
All right, see? I got some Chad Gable people going there.
Did
Sheamus return a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
It was a couple weeks ago. He returned like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
And why he went after Shorty
Gable
G is beyond me. I have no clue.
No. So, the next match we have is Roman versus Corbin in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Roman. I don't care for this match, honestly, but I only said Chad because, yeah. Roman wins. I think Roman wins. I agree.
Yeah.
Roman wins this match.
I think, yes, Roman wins this match, and then Roman goes on to be the one to eliminate Corbin from the Rumble. But not till Roman and Corbin are in the Final Four, because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So Roman wins this. I feel like everybody should be like, Roman.
Yeah, Roman.
Mm-hmm. Roman.
Yeah.
Like, there is no other answer. Corbin can't win because Corbin sucks. But I really don't care for this match. This is going to be a match that I kind of sleep on, in all honesty. It's going to be the nap of the show. I'm just going to sit here, Just end this feud so SmackDown can be at least watchable. Export. You might be onto something there.
Yeah, I would like to see the feud end too. I mean, they've drawn it out. I think they've drawn it out about as long as you can, and so I think it's one of those things that needs to end soon. I mean, I don't know that you can draw it out anymore.
I hate to do this, but I think Corbin wins this one, only because Roman might be winning the Rumble. So, honestly, I can understand that, but I think Roman's going to win both.
If that, I'm telling you right now.
Here's the thing. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to throw a curveball, and I'm going to say Roman wins this, and then Corbin eliminates Roman from the Rumble. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm going to say that, that if Corbin wins this, then you're going to have Corbin wanting to wrestle Roman.
Again.
Yeah.
Which is going to suck. But this is why I said Roman wins this match. Corbin eliminates him from the Rumble. Roman comes back for more at Mania. That's when they have that match.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. I think, again, I think it just depends on what they do with this. I mean, there's so many ways they can go with it.
I think that's what they should do, though.
Well, I think that too. I think, but you have to.
Roman,
I mean, you have to end the feud. But the problem is, I think Corbin. If Corbin loses, and I think that you're going to have an issue with all of the. I mean, it's all going to be like messed up. I think if you do that, because Corbin's going to want a shot at the title if Roman goes on to win the title.
Which, like. I guess, but like to me, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because now you got me thinking. Does Corbin win? Does Roman win? I'm still going to say Roman, though.
Yeah. I'm going to say Roman.
I'm going to say Roman.
Just
solely because then I think later, Corbin eliminates him from the Rumble.
Yeah.
Then Roman comes back and helps eliminate Corbin from the Rumble. Then they have a match at WrestleMania, which everybody's going to dread because why? But that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll agree with you. I think Roman wins.
Roman wins, Corbin eliminates him from the Rumble. Roman comes back to only eliminate Corbin from the Rumble. Just helps throw him over the top rope. Then they have their match at Mania. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
That's what happens. Anybody else agree?
Uno, dos, tres.
I think that's what's going to happen. Just saying. That's my thought process. Because honestly, I think their final match is going to be at Mania.
I hope not.
That's just the way I see it.
This has to end, doesn't it?
It has to end, but it's not going to. So, it'll end at Mania. Probably with Corbin beating Roman, so then he can run around for the next year saying, I'm the one who beat Kurt Angle in his farewell match, and I beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That's what it'll be.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
So, I don't know.
I mean,
Just don't know.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be.
I don't mind Umberto.
That's what it's going to be.
Umberto doesn't bother me.
It's just the way it is. Roman. That's my answer. So then, we have the Smackdown Women's Championship match, Bayley versus Lacey Evans. This is another tough match. Because if they want to do Roman versus... Did I just say Roman?
Yeah.
I did say Roman.
You did.
Bayley versus Sasha at Mania. Then you need to have Bayley retain. But at the same time, this would be really fulfilling for Lacey Evans if she won. This would be a good thing for her.
Yeah.
Like a really good thing for her.
I'm gonna go with Bayley, but don't be shocked if there's outside interference.
From who?
It could be several people.
Who,
Sasha.
though?
I mean, it's gonna be some Sasha. That's who. I mean.
To what? Help her?
Either help her or it's gonna mess up and it's not gonna help her.
That money match for Mania is Bayley versus Sasha, which is why I think Bayley needs to win. But at the same time, like I said, I really feel like Lacey could use the win too. And that would be a really good way to kind of like end this feud, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I just don't know. So,
okay.
I'm trying to help you here. So, where were we? Lacey already beat him once. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I suppose. Bayley probably wins only to set up Sasha versus Bayley at Mania, or maybe Sasha wins the Rumble. Challenges Bayley. Then on Raw, Shayna just shows up to set up Becky versus Shayna. Okay. Hold on 1 second, John. Just hold up for 1 second. I got to say something about that in a minute when we get to the Rumble stuff. I'm going to go with Bayley here, too.
Yeah, I think Bayley, unless there's outside interference.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Lacey
as a face is so unnatural.
I disagree.
I don't know. I think that's
I highly disagree with that because I feel like her being a face is more natural than her going out there and running her mouth at people and, you know, you're a nasty this and you're a nasty that, okay? Personally, I think it's more natural for her to be a face because of her story, because of what she's been through, because of what she's done. Forget the last year of her career. Forget it. Forget it. This, what she's doing right now, is so very good. They should have been doing this from the beginning. Where they screwed up was putting her against Becky to begin with. Because A, not only was she not ready in the ring, B, you were putting her up against your biggest women's star currently. Or at the time, she was the biggest women's star. C, 3, whatever I was just on. That'd be the next one. She was going to get booed, no matter what, because she was fighting Becky.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is what screwed her over so horrifically bad. And then it just was not good from there.
Oh, it didn't screw her over. She. The thing is they could have. Again, it's about making the heels. She would have been a perfect heel.
Except there was nothing about her that made her heel.
Sorry, I changed my mind. I have to go with Lacey. Hope I don't regret this.
Except there was nothing about her that made her a heel. It was just the fact that she was going up against Becky. And no matter what she did, whether she came out and said, you guys are the best fans in the world, or if she came out and said, you all suck and I hate you, she was going to get booed regardless because she was fighting Becky.
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay. Whatever. But that's the way it was going to be. Because she was fighting Becky right after Mania.
Which you could have made her a perfect heel.
Except they didn't! And people couldn't take her seriously because her wrestling skills sucked. So that didn't help her case either.
No, it didn't.
So whatever she did was going to get her booed.
Well, that's all I did about the heel. The heel gets booed.
But it wasn't because she was a heel. It was because she was, A, fighting Becky. Whoever Becky fights, you aren't going to like them. Or whatever.
Okay.
B, she got like no reaction for the first, I don't know how many weeks they were doing the Becky feud. Because nobody freaking cared. Everybody was like, seriously, this is the best you've got for Becky? I was like, seriously, this is the best you've got for Becky? Really?
And I was like, yes,
really?
That's all they got for Becky. Tell me who they had. Nobody. Everybody complained about Natalya.
Whatever.
Everybody complained about everybody else.
They didn't even do Natalya until after they did Lacey Evans for 4 months.
No.
4 months.
Yes. Bayley. Final answer.
4 months. 4 months they did Lacey Evans. And then they finally did something different. 4 months. That's where they went wrong with Lacey Evans. They should have been doing what they're doing with her right now from the very beginning. They should have had her come out and share her story and be all emotional and tear-felt and have it come from her heart and have it be real, and she would have been over for the last year, except they didn't do that.
All right.
And so that's what makes her so good right now, is the fact that it is all real and that people connect with it and they like it and it works. And so I think she's doing great.
Side thought, I like Seth as a heel. Yeah, I think it's good. I love it.
I've done a full 180 from the way I used to feel about Lacey. I used to hate Lacey.
They should have pulled the trigger on Seth, like I said, a long time ago.
The only issue I have with Seth is I wish it was like the 2014 heel turn. I wish it was more like that. Currently, I'm just kind of like, it's okay. It's not the greatest heel work I've ever seen in my lifetime, and I'm not super loving it, honestly.
It's like, why did Vince put Samoa Joe's face? Because Chrisman, he's over with the fans, right? And his theme is cool. Thing is, you don't need to be over with the fans.
But, what? The thing is, yeah, you do have to be over with the fans. If you're trying to be a face, you kind of have to be over with the fans.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you kind of do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you kind of do. Otherwise, what are you? If you're not getting over with the fans regardless, are you doing your job? No, you're not. You're supposed to get some reaction out of the fans, and if they're all sitting there on their hands, like this, the entire time, you're not doing your job. So, yeah, you kind of have tough. You kind of have to have the fans on your side.
The problem is fans nowadays, they'll cheer the bad guy. So
Because
it doesn't matter.
So, maybe the bad guy's doing something that they like.
Oh, yeah. He just hit him with a chair! Woo!
What do people do
We
with
like
him?
that.
I'm always going to go back to this.
That's what I'm saying.
What do people do with MJF? We sit here and say, oh, yes, MJF is a true heel. But there are people that do cheer him. There are people that boo him. He gets both reactions. So how can we sit here and say then that MJF is a true heel?
Well, you're always going to have some people that are going to cheer or boo somebody.
Okay, so like, what are you even
when
saying
the overwhelming reaction is booing or the overwhelming reaction is cheering, that would separate you from being a heel or a face. Otherwise, you're just kind of like down the middle and like it really doesn't matter.
Okay. I mean, whatever.
Today you're a heel, tomorrow you're a face.
Okay.
Depending on who you're fighting.
Well, that's the way it is in WWE.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. It's a matter of who you're fighting as to whether
Which is
you're a
legit
heel or face.
what I was talking about with The Fiend earlier, was that if The Fiend fights Roman, pretty sure Roman is going to get booed.
Not if you do it right.
Pretty sure The Fiend is going to get cheered. Pretty sure. Currently, The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan. People are liking Bryan more. Okay? Next week, when they do Roman versus The Fiend, people aren't going to like Roman so much.
We'll see.
Especially if he takes the title off of him and The Fiend gets beat.
We'll see.
But what do I know?
I think if you throw Bryan in there to kind of boost.
But if you don't throw Bryan in there, then I think Roman's going to get booed.
All right, whatever. Why'd you be?
Because the chat at the bottom is being all weird.
Oh.
So that's just, I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm just saying. So then we get Becky Lynch versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. Guys, okay. This match, I'm so excited for this match. You have no idea. It's not even just because it's Becky, okay? But this match...
Does Seth have a match Sunday?
He's in the Rumble.
Yeah, he's in the Rumble.
I'm so excited for this match because it's been built up so very well. And I'm so genuinely intrigued on how this is going to end because I can honestly see it going either way. I am so genuinely intrigued on how this is going to end.
Gleen and Maven, if you can't remember your password on your phone, where can you find your password on your phone? I don't think you can.
I don't think so.
No. I think you have to actually go on the internet to check it out.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't do that stuff all that often, so I don't know. I'm not the person to ask. You might know more than me.
Yeah. Depends on what kind of phone you have.
So, I'm gonna say I'm going to take...
Well, you just told us your password. Good job, Elijah.
Woo!
Lacey Evans is over with the crowd. Yes, definitely. Take it to the phone store. Yes, the phone store will know how to do it.
I'm going to take Asuka.
Man, you went like out on a limb there and like turned your back on Becky.
It has nothing to do with me turning
You
my back
just
on
stabbed Becky in the back.
It has nothing to do with me stabbing Becky in the back.
It
It has to do with, I think this is honestly the best thing that they could do for her.
Wow.
Shut up. You knew I was going to take Asuka. Everybody knew I was going to take Asuka. I've been saying it for weeks. Asuka, I think, needs to win here. In the long run, it helps build up Asuka and it helps build up Becky all at the exact same time. You take the belt off Becky. You do what a lot of people have wanted.
Traitor, I knew it.
You do what a lot of people have wanted for a while, and that is to take the title off of Becky. So people will be excited about that. But then you have the people that really love Becky and who are so like, you know, if Becky lost, I might die tomorrow, you know, fans, that they're going to be so upset and they're going to boo Asuka. So this could be the perfect storm. Asuka might just turn into one of the most hated people in all of WWE. Or, polar opposite, she's going to become one of the most loved people in WWE because she took the title off of Becky. Regardless of what happens, whatever reaction Asuka gets, it's going to be good for her if she wins the title. On the same hand for Becky, I think this is honestly what she needs, is to lose the title, kind of refocus, and figure out where she wants to go from here. Figure out what they want to do with her. If that means she goes back and fights Asuka at Mania for the title, then that's what that means, and I think that would be an amazing way to have her finally get her win, and it'll be the bigger moment if she does it at Mania. Because ultimately at Mania, you want to have that huge superstar moment, and that's what I think this would be if they have her beat Asuka at Mania and not at the Rumble.
Okay.
That's what I think.
What if... Here's a thought. Asuka wins, and at Mania, we start to see, or going towards Mania, we start to see a faction start to form with Becky and Ronda Rousey and I don't know who else.
Nah, Becky and Ronda are never working together. That's never going to happen. But I mean, yeah, maybe. Cool thought. But I just don't foresee Becky and Ronda ever working together.
I just think that you could tie it into us against the establishment.
But Ronda was pro-establishment, though.
Just saying.
She was
Probably
pro-establishment,
taking the title
so...
off of Becky, I'm guessing. Asuka is not winning. I'm just telling you, they could play this storyline out that...
I think it's regardless going to be Becky versus establishment. That's what it's going to end up being, though. I think that's what we're going to head towards with, like, SummerSlam. Is Becky's going to maybe continuously get screwed over by the higher-ups. And then she takes it into her own hands and says, hey, you want to continue screwing me over? Fine, go ahead. But I'm going to walk if you do. And I want this match with Stephanie or whatever. And if I beat her, I get, my shot at the Raw Women's Championship again. Which, if they want to do that, if she gets gypped out of her match with Asuka at Mania to finally get her win, and it gets put off hold all this time because they won't give it to her.
Yeah.
Then they do Asuka versus Stephanie. She says, if I lose, fine. I play by your rules. But if I win, you give me what I want, and I get my match with Asuka at the next pay-per-view. Because I want my win. I want to beat her.
Okay.
I could for sure see them playing it out like that. doing Stephanie versus Becky as their big women's match.
I'm going to take Asuka.
For SummerSlam. And then Becky beats her and she finally gets her match.
Asuka wins.
I think Asuka wins.
Sorry, James. I got the Empress of
I
Tomorrow.
really think Asuka... Like I said, I think it's the best thing for both of them, and I think in the long run it helps both of them out. It really helps Becky in the long run, because I think the longer you keep the belt on her, the more people are really going to dislike her.
The thing about it is...
you could go the polar opposite with the way I said, and she just completely snaps, and she goes, like, full-on bad guy-like, and everybody goes, whoa. But the last time they did that, people loved it, so...
The thing about it is, I think that... I think they're going to carry out the... They've made such a big deal about her not beating Asuka.
I don't think she's getting the win.
So I think she's going to lose.
I think it's going to be a repeat of last year where she loses, and then I've said this, that maybe she goes off and takes a bit, but like, you know, I don't know what to do, but then she comes back with a better mindset and is like, okay, I'm going to fight for my match, I'm going to start from the bottom and go up to the top so I can beat Asuka, and when she finally gets to the top and goes through every woman in the division and they don't give her the match, she's going to go, hey, establishment, you suck, give me what I want.
I just think that probably it's because they made a big deal out of her losing to Asuka. I think that's what's going to happen.
And I think because of the fact that she has brought up recently the fact that she wants a match with Stephanie McMahon, and a lot of people have been asking about, hey, are you going to have a match with Stephanie McMahon? Because we thought you were going to have one last year when you almost got your WrestleMania match taken away and you got suspended and you got all this stuff. She already has issues with them. And they've kind of gone back to that in the last couple of months with her saying, if they don't give me the match with Asuka at the Rumble, I'm not signing my new contract. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So she already has problems with them. So they can go back to it to kind of make everything go full circle again like they did with this whole Asuka thing.
Yeah.
And then she has her match with Stephanie and she wins and she gets to fight Asuka at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, because it's important to beat Stephanie.
Yeah, but whatever. It's for storyline. It has nothing to do with, hey, let's beat Stephanie.
Everybody wants Stephanie in the match. Just like we want Shane in the match.
Oh my god.
Better yet, we'd like to see Vince.
But it has to do with the whole thing of the establishment.
Who
do you want her to beat?
I'm hoping Vince is in the Rumble and he wins it.
Plot twist. Instead of Stephanie, they bring out Ronda. Ronda says, hey, look, I'm back. And guess what? They asked me to fight you at SummerSlam. And if you beat me, fine, you get your match for the Raw Women's title. But if you don't beat me, then you get to live with the rest of your career that you got beat by Ronda Rousey. Mic drop. They could do that, and then we finally get the Ronda-Becky singles match that everybody wants. Like...
I don't know.
I have a full thought process on this. There's about 35 different directions that they could go. And I think any one of them would be super intriguing.
Again, I think Asuka.
I think the Ronda thing is better than the Stephanie McMahon idea. I think if management says, hey, Ronda, come back for a one-time deal, fight Becky.
It's better than having her fight Stephanie.
Honestly, it would be, and people would be so into it, though, because we didn't get to see that. Everybody wanted it to be the singles match at Mania.
Well, everybody's tired of Stephanie.
But Stephanie hasn't been on TV in 35 years, so who even cares? But people would be so all over the fact that it's Ronda versus Becky in a singles one-on-one match, which is what we should have gotten at WrestleMania. There should be no Charlotte involved. Should have been them one-on-one.
Yeah, should have been. But it wasn't.
Exactly, which is why people want Ronda versus Becky, and I wonder if that's why they did it.
Might have, I don't know.
Was so then you could get the one-on-one match to finally see who's the better woman and have that play out.
It might.
I think that would be so smart if they did that. They pulled Ronda in. We're like, hey, fight Becky. She wins, she gets a match. You win, well, she gets to live with the embarrassment for the rest of her career.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. Long-term booking here, people. Sorry. Went on for like 30 minutes, you know. Asuka. That's my answer. Asuka winning ultimately leads to all this stuff going down. They can have Asuka in good feuds with everybody. They can have Becky and Ronda in a good feud, or Becky and management, or whatever. Then it ultimately leads back to Becky and Asuka, where she finally gets her moment. She finally gets her win.
Yeah. That's long-term booking, and they don't do that, so...
But I do that. So...
so you know it won't happen.
I could see it happening, though. If they were smart, they'd do it.
Yeah.
Because if Becky loses the title, I'm afraid she's going to fall off the face of the earth, and that would just suck.
Yes, because, like, it's a long drop. Maybe when I get the man champion, just like people champion. Yes.
She has never once called herself the man's champion. She's never once done that.
There is no man champion anymore. They've eliminated gender
Oh my gosh,
titles.
we have to talk about that too because we didn't get to finish our conversation
There are no
about
longer
that.
gender titles anymore.
We did not finish our conversation on that yesterday because our stupid stream cut off in the middle of us talking.
All right, let's finish the Rumble picks and then
Okay.
you can talk about that.
We then have The Fiend, Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan in a strap match. Bray Wyatt's winning. The Fiend. I think Bryan has a good shot, but I will be shocked if they have him win. I really will be, but I just don't know.
I'm going to take Daniel Bryan.
Cool. I'm going to take Bray Wyatt. Becky Lynch focuses on her wedding when she leaves. She, said in an interview with Seth recently that that's, not their top priority.
Yeah.
Their top priority isn't, planning a wedding. It's kind of, doing their jobs and stuff, and then if they get to plan a wedding somewhere in between it, they'll have a wedding, sometime down the road. 5,
in a ring.
10, 1 year, 50 years. I mean, they'll get married
on
sometime.
Raw.
They'll get married sometime. But they're
In front of
focusing on their
everybody.
careers. Bray wins.
Bray wins.
I think the Fiend Bray Wyatt wins. That's what I think.
Gleen, is Ronda Rousey the best woman in wrestling? She don't want a bad reputation. She is not the best woman in wrestling, no.
No. I agree.
She was terrible at promos.
Until they turned her the bad guy.
She did get better, but, for the most part, she was terrible at promos.
Until.
But part of that's just because it's a little bit different doing a promo for wrestling than it is for, MMA.
Except they should have just been, they should have just let her be a heel, from the very beginning. Except they tried to push this, fake, hey, I'm so glad to be here bullcrap on us. And then,
Yeah.
people were like, wow, this
Justin
is so
picks
fake.
Bray.
The Fiend, probably.
The
Export
Fiend.
sounds so sure of that.
Yeah, no.
So very sure.
The Fiend, yeah,
The Fiend,
probably. I think.
So,
I think it's going to be The Fiend.
So, The Fiend, that's my pick.
Wait, I changed my mind. I'll take James.
I knew that was coming.
James.
So, The Fiend.
Yes, The Fiend.
Daniel Bryan, that's my pick.
Definitely The Fiend?
That's my pick.
And you're sticking to it, right?
Yes.
All right.
I'm not changing my mind.
Okay.
Then we have the Women's Royal Rumble match. The confirmed entrants thus far are Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Natalya, Sarah Logan, Mandy Rose, Carmella, and Dana Brooke. Sonya Deville isn't even confirmed for the match yet, but Mandy is.
Yes.
I'm a little disappointed.
Well, you know what that means.
No, I don't know what that means.
Nothing.
You know what that means? Nothing.
Just
Absolutely
say.
nothing. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, the Women's Rumble match is kind of hard to predict.
Charlotte wins. Wait,
I don't think so.
James,
And
are you going to change your mind again?
also don't think Shayna wins. Shayna's not winning the Women's Rumble. Honestly, if I were to pick somebody currently as it stands right now, I really have no clue who's going to win. None whatsoever.
I don't care if Sasha wins. The Fiend will win his final match. Then at Mania he will lose, unfortunately.
To Barryman Reigns. Wow.
All right. What if
I
Jinder
like
Mahal
that. I'm gonna
returns at the
start
Rumble?
calling him that.
OG Gleen, you got it? So you're saying he's going to win, Elijah?
Except
Is that what
if
you're saying?
Jinder Mahal returns, he's going to be one of those two,
Yeah, the two surprises.
surprise
Sort of
entrants,
like the same story with Roman. Yes, I agree.
See, I don't have a problem with Charlotte. I just don't want to see her win.
I'm
the
going to
Rumble.
take Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose is not winning. No chance.
Just saying.
I'm going to pick Sasha.
She's going to win.
No, she's not.
And it's all going to be because of Otis.
If Mandy wins the Rumble, I'm officially done.
She get it thrown over the ropes. Otis is going to catch her. Her feet aren't going to hit the floor. He's going to put her back in like 14 times, and she's going to win.
No, she's not.
Just saying.
You have no idea who's going to win the Rumble. So you're like,
Mandy
I'm just
Rose.
going to take a joke pick because, well, why not?
Because he's going to catch her 14 times and put her back on the
I'm
apron.
going to say
And she's going to
Sasha.
get back in the ring and win it.
I'm going to say Sasha because
It's a heel turn move.
I don't foresee, I don't think
Mandy Rose.
that Shayna's winning.
You're right. It's going to be Mandy.
Sasha will win.
No.
I think Sasha's going to win.
It's going to be Mandy.
Or it'll be a returning Nia Jax.
Listen, I'm telling you, Mandy's going to win because Otis is going to make sure that happens.
No.
All right, when you see him come to the ring, just remember I said so. I changed my mind from Charlotte to Dana. Hope I don't regret this. God help me.
James, I hate to tell you, but Dana isn't winning anything.
That's right. It's going to be Mandy.
Dana isn't winning.
It's Mandy.
And neither is Charlotte.
It's Mandy.
I really think Sasha's going to win. Or they're going to totally, dupe us, and it'll be somebody else. Why do I have this one piece of hair?
They had Basil eliminate 5 people in that NXT Battle Royal, so you know they're on for something. Yeah, I think so. I think that she'll be one of the last ones, but
I don't think
it will either be Sasha
Shayna
or
is
Sasha.
even going to win.
Now to think about it, Sasha versus Bayley is the money even over Shayna versus Becky. We've all wanted to see Sasha versus Bayley at Mania for a long time now. Sasha's my pick.
And I think they could have a really compelling story. They could be like, oh shoot.
I agree. I think that'd be a good story.
We're best friends, but we're going to have to fight each other at Mania. And then it could turn into we're going to fight each other and it's going to be all cool. But then it's going to turn into Sasha stabs Bayley in the back. Bayley stabs Sasha in the back. I think Bayley stabbing Sasha in the back would be a cool twist. And she's finally like, I want to keep my title. I'm not going to let you have a shot. I don't want to do that. So.
Guess I'm messing with y'all. It's Charlotte who's winning.
So, I think Sasha.
I'm sticking with what I said. It's Mandy Rose.
Mandy is not winning at all.
Okay.
No chance. Who's Mandy going to fight? Bayley at WrestleMania?
Does it matter?
Really? Are you kidding me? No. Mandy isn't worth anything.
Okay.
Not at all.
I got Bray Wyatt. John L's taking Bray Wyatt in the women's match. Because we have eliminated the women's... It's no longer going to be the women's Royal Rumble. It's just going to be the Royal Rumble match.
So, I'm saying Sasha. But I'm really excited to see the women's match because I'm excited to see if we get any returns or what happens. Cause,
just call it a match, not the women's match.
We don't even know who's going to be in it.
Just call it a match.
We really don't know. 30 women and we only have, 7 announced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 announced.
That's because 12 of them are going to be men. This is where the Singh brothers come in.
This is where Matt Riddle and all those guys, they show up in this match instead. Jeez.
Just to make it, gender neutral.
So then we have the men's Rumble match. Confirmed entrance. I went through this once, but I'll go through it again. Brock, Roman, King Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Elias, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Otis, Tucker, Rusev, Bobby Lashley, Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy, Braun Strowman, Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Kofi Kingston, Big E, The Miz, and John Morrison.
Look, Streamlabs.
Dude, it did that the last time too. Becky comment pissed me off. It did that to somebody yesterday, and I was like, nobody can be pissed. Sorry guys, can't be pissed because
our Streamlabs will flag you.
So,
that is funny.
I didn't even have to go through that list of names to tell y'all that Drew McIntyre is winning the whole freaking thing, and if he doesn't, then Streamlabs might have a problem with me. Because it's not going to end well for anybody if anybody but Drew McIntyre wins. I'm just saying.
I'm going to take Drew McIntyre too. Braun wins the IC title.
If you asked me...
I guess Sasha Banks.
If you asked me...
Nobody listened to my theory.
Of what?
On the women's Rumble.
Otis
saves her.
No!
14
but she's
times.
Not going to win the whole stupid thing. Well, then Otis is going to drop her. And that'll be the end of that.
No, he's going to catch her 14 times.
No, I really don't think that's happening, bro.
Okay.
Mandy is not winning the Rumble. Mandy versus Bayley is not a money match for Mania.
So Becky's coming maybe very, very unhappy for her stupid Streamlabs.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna. Are we talking about the whole stuff with the women and the titles and stuff? Hold on. We're gonna talk about that in just a minute. Hold on. We gotta get through the men's Rumble match. I got a lot to say. Honestly, I think they should go all in with.
I agree.
Honestly, I 100% agree. And if they don't, I'm gonna have some problems with people.
I think the Mandy Rose thing would be awesome. Just saying. Becky's comment didn't bother me so much.
Woo! I'm not talking about that yet. We're still talking about the men's rumble.
Sorry. Mandy's not winning, so he'll turn.
Yeah, Sonya's going to throw her out.
Yeah, she's going to throw her out, and Otis is going to catch her.
And then Sonya's going to go.
And then Mandy's going to throw
Otis.
Sonya out, and he's not going to catch her. Just saying.
And then we're going to get Sonya versus Otis.
Yes.
In a,
non-gender match.
So, Drew McIntyre's my pick. Who's your pick?
I said Drew McIntyre.
You did? That's your pick to win the whole thing?
Yeah.
You don't think Roman's winning?
Nope.
Well, Drew McIntyre it is, people. Drew McIntyre. If you asked me like 6 months ago who I think would have won the Rumble, I would have said Kevin Owens.
Said what?
Kevin Owens.
Oh, yeah, probably.
It was just based on the fact of everything that happened with Shane, and he was on top of the freaking world. And then they took him off TV.
But I think
they stopped.
They're doing some different
They
stuff.
stopped
John Cena.
using him. And so, I would have said Kevin Owens a while ago, but now I'm saying Drew McIntyre because Drew McIntyre is better. I still like Kevin Owens, but Drew McIntyre is better. Just
Roman wins.
Hold on, in 5 minutes.
James, are you sticking with that?
James, I was going to say, in 5 minutes, James will change that. So just hold on. Wait just a minute. So that's all the matches that we have announced thus far. The one match that's still kind of on the fence that could potentially be announced is Braun Strowman versus Nakamura for the IC title, in which Braun Strowman would win.
Yeah.
Just for anybody who is,
I think he wins. Oh no, Jinder Mahal, cousin. Jinder is going to be in the female Rumble match.
No, my phone just died. Shoot. I need this. Hold on. I need this so I can pull stuff up about the Becky stuff. Keep talking.
Oh. I was trying to figure out what you were doing. You stole my phone.
I did. I need to go to Twitter so I can get on my account.
Oh.
Because my phone just died.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, that's why you charge it. Nope, I'm sticking with Roman. All right, cool. So the whole Becky thing, what she said, didn't bother me. I didn't think it was a big deal.
Okay.
I don't know why people made a big deal out of it.
Whoa,
I do think it's dumb that when you sit there, though, and talk about trying to compare the women to the men and how they should be, spotlighting. First off, there's not as many women in wrestling, so I think that's where you have an issue. To have more matches, I think you need to have more talent.
Okay, but hold
and
on
not
one second.
have, 14 people hurt.
1 second.
When half your roster's hurt, it kind of kills you.
1 second.
And you only have, 20 wrestlers in the first place, then I think you have an issue. If you want to make the IC title even more deader, then put it on Braun. That's the way to kill a title.
So this
Definitely.
was Becky's literal statement that she said. She said, I think the best thing for the women's division right now is that we eliminate the term women. Okay. For me.
That's right.
When I heard that statement.
So they're just going to call it the division.
When I heard what she said, I didn't literally think she meant, yeah, let's remove the word women from the beginning of our titles and the beginning of our division. That's not what I thought, okay? What I thought she meant, which this is what she meant, was don't overlook the women because they're women. We need to stop thinking of them as the women in WWE. Look at everybody as a whole. Look at them all as superstars. You know what I mean? Don't just look at the men's division and say, oh yeah, you guys are better because you're the men's division, Or, oh, the women's division ultimately sucks because they're the women's division. Don't look at it like that. Just look at everybody as superstars, That's, kind of what I took from that statement that she said. I never thought she meant, oh, yeah, let's take away the word women from our division, That's not ever what I thought she meant. So then, WWE on Fox retweeted that, and they said 24 hours later, WWE NXT would stop referring to its NXT Women's Championship as, the NXT Women's Championship. They stopped referring to it as that. Okay. Becky comes back legit, the next day. Because people on the internet went nuts. They were like, seriously? Then, what's your deal? Blah, blah, blah. She put out a statement. She said, my comment about removing the word women from the conversation wasn't about renaming a division. It was about beginning to rethink it. I wasn't advocating for any changes in title names or anything else, like I'd have the power, but simply on an equal volume of opportunities that are based on skill and not gender. the term women can limit openings because phrases like there's already a women's match on the show is still in wrestling's historical DNA. We're all just superstars who want our shots and places and shows if we earn and deserve them. I'd simply love for us to get to a place where there's 3 women's matches on a pay-per-view, or 10, or none if it so happens we're not serving the audience. So, that's legit what I thought from the very beginning, and I thought it was just super crappy that she even had to put out a statement regarding what she meant, and that people were literally taking it as she meant, let's remove the word women from the women's division. This is like somebody in WWE who decided, oh, our women's champion doesn't like the word women. Let's remove it from our championship.
So so the question becomes, how do you change it? If you're not going to have women in the title...
That's not even what she was referring to, though.
But the thing is you're going to have a separation. When you sit there and say, well, let's not have the women be, the women's...
Did you even just listen to what I just said?
Yes, I heard what you just said. The fact is this, okay?
She said she doesn't want people to look at it and say, oh yeah, just because they're women and they're not the men, they don't have the same opportunities. What she literally said, this should be based on talent and talent, okay? It doesn't have anything to do with the gender. If you have the talent and the skills, then shouldn't you be put out there in the stuff? It doesn't matter if you're...
So my question becomes, when have the women not been put out there?
I don't even...
That this even has to be a conversation. If Drew wins, I'm playing Broken Dreams and breaking my CD player.
I think ultimately what she just wants is for, I don't know, the women's division to be put out there.
What does she want?
What do they do with the women currently? What have they done on Smackdown? What have they done on Raw?
Okay, but who has the talent there?
Whatever. Okay. It's it has nothing to do with what talent they have.
It doesn't? Didn't they rename the NXT Women's title? Yeah, it's just the NXT title now. They took the women's out of it.
It has nothing to do, I don't even know what to say to you. Because, I don't get it. Someone commented back, they said after WWE Backstage or WWE on Fox retweeted this, Becky's tweet, they said, the man sets the record straight on our comments from this week's Backstage. Someone in the comments said, I guess the WWE Cruiserweight title should just be a WWE title as well. We can't have terrible words like women's or cruiserweights being in the title name. And I understand what Becky's saying, but WWE now changing title names is ridiculously stupid. WWE on Fox came back with, Cruiserweight isn't a gender, it's a weight class. Someone else said, where is it?
Problem is if you go back to the Divas title, you could put a guy on there too, because some of the guys are Divas too. I think we see Naomi make a return to the Women's Royal Rumble. That'd be cool.
Here's another tweet. So, someone else said, shouldn't be anything wrong with differentiating titles based on gender. If that was the case, then all titles should be open to anyone, for anyone to compete for them. Braun Strowman versus Bayley for the WWE title. Make it happen, LOL. Someone else said, yeah, we need to get rid of Intercontinental too, because it's too offensive to those who don't live on a continent. And don't even get me started on the United States title.
What is WWE smoking? Are they brain dead?
I don't even understand who thought it was a good idea to change the name of the title.
Unless they're doing intergender matches, change is so unnecessary. I agree. I don't understand the change.
It makes no sense, and then that's not even what she was talking about to begin with. Oh yeah, let's change the name of the titles. That's not even what she was talking about. She was legitimately just talking about opportunity, and if somebody's good and they're not being used on TV, then hey, put them out there. It doesn't matter who they are, what their gender is. Let's just overlook the fact that we're the women's division, or let's just overlook the fact that we're the men's division. It doesn't matter. If you're good, go out there and do your job, That's what the whole thing was about. But people were like, oh yeah, she wants to get rid of the words women's, and we need to start look the fact that we're just the women's division.
The thing I got out of it.
That's not what I took from it when she said that. I didn't look at it and say, oh yeah, she's saying get rid of the women's titles. Get rid of the word women's in their titles. That's not what I thought. But hey, that's just me. I mean, I'm not one of these clueless people on Twitter who goes, around and says all this stupid stuff.
So NXT UK is a United Kingdom company. Don't call it NXT UK, just call it NXT Champion. Boo. So she basically wants people to call them not by what they are recognized as. Got it. She's stupid. Yes, she's a WWE superstar, but she's a woman wrestler. Hence, the title is being called the women's title.
That's not even what she was talking about, though. She wasn't even talking about the fact that it's the women's title and we need to change that. She was talking about the fact of if someone in the division is good. She was, more specifically talking about the women's division currently.
So does she not want to be called a woman?
That's not even...
Well, I'm confused by everything. I don't even understand what she's trying to say. I mean, what's she saying?
She just wants the women to be put out there more and be taken seriously, and I think that's all she wants.
Okay, you have again, we've had this talk before. You have 60 men, you have 20 women, or 15 women. Who's going to be out there more? Oh, let's put all 15 women on this week and next week because the women want to be put out there.
That's not even what anybody's saying. Okay? Not even what anybody's saying.
What are they saying?
Do you want me to redo the tweet again?
You don't have to.
Because, I think it was pretty clear what she meant when she did her whole thing.
Aren't the women out there?
Where she had to put something out there.
We have 2 or 3 segments every week with women.
People were too stupid to understand what she was talking about.
Don't we have 2 or 3 segments every week with women?
Yeah. But are they all... I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what you want me to tell
I don't understand what she's asking for. When you have 2 or 3 segments every week with women, I don't understand where you're getting that the women aren't being put out there. Considering there's only 15 women on each brand. And you do 2 or 3 segments on each. And NXT has put them out there plenty. So it's WWE's fault changing the titles then. Yes.
Yeah.
That was WWE's deal.
They decided, and the fact that they did it after Becky put all this stuff out, I feel like that was just kind of crappy because then it all came back on her, and I don't know what their problem was or why they did it the way they did it because it all came back on Becky.
Yeah, Becky had nothing to do with what...
No, it all came back on Becky.
The Raw Men's Division is literally 4 wrestlers. That's what I'm saying, is I don't understand that where people are coming from, or where she's coming from with put the women out there more. You can't put them out there anymore. Well, so don't call it the WWE title. Call it WWE title. I'd like that more. But the women in cruiserweight is going overboard. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, the way WWE went with that, I just don't understand it. But I don't think Becky had anything to do with that.
Why can't you put the women out more?
How are you gonna put them out there anymore?
Is it really that hard to do? You can't put another women's match on the show?
What?
You
Okay.
can't put another women's segment on the show? Is there a problem with that?
Tonight we had 1, 2, 3. We had 3 women's segments tonight.
Okay.
Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 men's segments pretty much, and 3 women's segments. And yet the men, there's 3 times the number of men.
Okay.
So where is all this, they need to put them out there more. I've said it. Have their own show. They want to be out there. Have their own show. You can't say Hunter doesn't support the women because there's a lot of women wrestling every week on NXT. That's what I said. I think NXT puts them out there all the time. The problem with the main roster is you have injuries. You have a lot of stuff going on where people aren't there. Sasha's missing in action wherever Sasha's at. So you only have 10 women's wrestlers between the 2 shows that you could put out there? And they're going to put them out there more than what they already do? I don't think you can do it.
Okay.
I knew WB is sneaky, I realized Tessa won the TNA champion. So now WB wants to do, or might do, an intergender match. Yeah. I just saw literally on Instagram that they might be changing it to the women's WWE title and women's Universal title. Thoughts?
Why?
I mean, if they do that, I'm okay with it. I don't have an issue with it.
I just prefer to keep them Raw and SmackDown.
I think that here's what I think. I don't like the Raw and SmackDown thing. I think that you make the titles. If you do the WWE title, then make it so it can go across cross brands. And if you make the Universal title, make it so it goes cross brands. And, make your Universal title be the big dog title. And then your WWE title is or the other way around. I mean, whichever way you want to do it. I mean, Universal just sounds like, you're bigger and badder because now you're master of the universe. And so I don't know that, I think that you could do it that way. And I'm cool with changing the title names without, a big deal. But I just don't know that the whole putting the women out there more, they're out there all the time. I don't know what you want. I mean, I don't know how you can put them out there anymore unless you combine them and have SmackDown and Raw together or just have their own show.
Okay, but literally this statement that she said in here, we're all just superstars who want our shots and places on the shows if we earn them and deserve them.
Okay.
I think that's all she really wants. I think that's all she's like.
Has she had a shot? She made a bid at WrestleMania.
Is she even talking about herself, though? Is she just talking about the entire overhaul of the division?
Okay.
Is that a problem?
And?
See, the thing that I really have a problem with from the start is she went on a talk show where you were supposed to share your opinions about the stuff that's happening in WWE currently. She goes on there, shares her opinion in which this is what she was brought on the show to do, was to share her opinion on what they should be doing, or where they could go with this, or what, just ideas. Her opinion, okay? It was her opinion on what they could be doing. That's what she was put on that show to do, right? Right. That's what WWE Backstage is. A talk show where they share opinions. And then people turn around and are like, well, you just want to get rid of the word women, and blah, 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 and I can't believe she said that, and blah, 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 and I'm just like, then why did she go on Backstage? What was the purpose of her going on WWE Backstage if she was not supposed to share her opinion on where she thought things could be better, or where she thought, hey, maybe we could switch this up and do something different?
Okay, but the problem I have with it is I don't know where the women aren't being, they're being put out there. I don't know what you want. I don't understand what people want. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand how you can put them out there anymore. Tonight, there's 3 segments with women out of the 9. There's 9 segments. 3 of them are women. A third of the show is women.
Okay.
They don't even make up a third of the roster.
Okay.
So it's not like they're not being put out there.
Okay.
So I don't know where the whole, they need to be put out there. They're being put out there.
I wasn't advocating for any changes in title names or anything else, but simply an equal volume of opportunities that are based on skill and not gender.
I'm not even talking about the titles. Forget the titles. I don't care what the WWE with the titles. I don't understand.
Is that they want equal amounts of opportunities, no matter what it is, no matter, doesn't matter what gender you are. If you have the skills and you can be out there and you can do this stuff, then shouldn't you be able to be put out there? She might not even be talking about herself. She might be talking about some of the other people that are in the division right now that aren't being used. We don't know.
Big dog title.
We don't know what she was talking about. Whether she was talking about herself or whether she was talking about other women in the division who
Well, you know who should be mad?
Who feels...
You know who should be mad? Do you? You want to know who should be mad?
Who? Tell me who should be mad.
I don't ever see him on TV.
Okay, well,
He's
maybe
not
that's
getting an
what she
opportunity.
was addressing. Legit in this, what I got from her statement was, A, she wasn't implying that they needed to change the women's division to the division, okay? That's not what she was implying. But what she was implying was that it doesn't matter on your gender. Everybody should be given equal opportunity if they have the skills to do it. That's what I think this whole statement that she put out was about. Was she directly talking about the women's division because that's what she's in? Yeah, probably to start with. But after she put the statement out, I think it's pretty clear that she's not just talking about the women's division anymore. It's the overhaul of everything. If you have the skills to be out there and you can do your job, it shouldn't matter what gender you are. It shouldn't matter if you're blue, if you're green, if you're purple. If you live upside down, it shouldn't matter. If you can do your job and you have skills and you can go out there and entertain the people, then why aren't we doing that? That's what I got from her statement that she put out, that's what I got from it.
Well, the problem is like anything you do, there's gonna be people out there that are gonna get a shot and some aren't. I mean, that's just the way life goes. It happens that way. I just don't get the whole idea behind trying to make them, the thing is she made it sound like it's the women's division.
That's
the
what
women
she did.
are being used.
In her first statement, yes. In her first statement that she put out, yes. She was addressing the women's division. But in the second statement that she put out, it sounded like to me she was looking at everything as an overhaul. That if you have the skills to be out there, it shouldn't matter what gender you are. Okay. They should let you go out there.
Okay, what I'm getting from this is Becky wants everybody who deserves it to get a shot, but WWE changed the name of titles, but now Becky is getting the backlash, and it's WWE's fault. I don't like Becky. I'm not cool on WWE's part. Yeah, I agree. That's just it. I don't think anything. The only issue I have with all of it is just the fact that this topic kind of dragged. Because I think it's dragged just because it's like a big topic. And it's one of those things.
I mean, it's gotten a lot of people talking for sure.
And I don't know that you can sit here and say that it's. If she's directed towards the women are being put out there. It's not like they're not being put out there.
If you look at the statement at first, I think she was directing it at the women. But after she put out her second statement and clarified what she was saying, because people don't understand stuff, I think she was directing it towards everybody. Yes, she's a part of the women's division, so everybody might automatically assume that she's directing it at the women's division because, yes, that's what she's a part of. Okay? That's what she does. But she might be looking at it now as, I meant this as a thing for everybody. It doesn't matter. Everybody should be put out there if you have skills.
Okay, but the thing is...
Because maybe there are some people backstage that have the skills that aren't being put out there right now.
In theory...
She might be talking about the women's division of people that are backstage that don't have skills. They have skills, but they're not being put out there right now.
But in theory, if you're on the main roster, you should have the skill to be out there.
Okay.
And so, the only way that it's going to work is, like I've said before, where they have, like, the wrestlers go for 2 pay-per-views, building storylines, and they build these storylines up, and then you have someone else step in and kind of build the storyline up, and someone kind of takes a backseat and is not, out there. I mean, I don't know. Can I see Gleen being serious?
There was another interview that Fightful put up today. Hold on one second. Where Becky said something else. It wasn't necessarily about this, but it was talking about the women's division. Here it is. Becky Lynch. The pool is quite shallow on Raw and SmackDown at the moment. She says, the pool is quite shallow on both Raw and SmackDown at the moment. Actively, there's myself, Charlotte, Kabuki Warrior, Sarah Logan, and Natty. And now we have the addition of Liv and Lana. But we haven't highlighted them in a while. So when we saw all these different women ahead of WWE Survivor Series who were established in their own departments and their own shows, and they were fighting against each other, there was that excitement that we wanted to see. We wanted to see the different matchups, and we were getting these different matchups.
Fun fact, Mr. Gleen is never serious in real life.
We don't always have the luxury of that. It's going in, okay, I've already wrestled this person. How can I tell a new story? How can I give the audience something to care about that they haven't seen before? Lynch continued, you can obsess about it, and you have to think, how can I make this different? Especially now. There's so much wrestling content on TV. How do I stand out with all the noise and everything going on? That was put out today from Fightful. So, she's sitting here saying, yes, everybody needs to have the opportunities they're given, but we're kind of limited in what we can do because the division we have right now is kind of there's kind of a dip in the pool. And there's not too much people, not too many people. And when we did the whole NXT thing, it was exciting, and now we got to think about when I have a match with this person, how do I make it better? How do I make it different and something you haven't seen before,
Yeah.
So, she's coming from both sides, so I don't think she's saying, oh, we need more time on TV, but she's, trying to figure out how do we make the division better because what we're doing right now isn't working.
I guess.
When you say that's kind of what she's saying,
Well, again, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're trying to get more people out there, I don't think that's going to happen unless you just have a women's show. If she's directing it towards the women, if she's directing it towards everybody, I still don't think that's going to happen just because of the
Vince.
number of wrestlers you have and Vince, but the number of wrestlers you have and trying to get everybody out there and trying to create storylines and things. And
Okay, but the thing is, it's not even about putting everybody out there. They have 3 freaking shows during the week. How can you not put everybody out there?
Okay, but when you have like 60
I don't care how many people they have on each brand.
Okay.
Like, put people out there during the week. It's really not that difficult to do.
Okay, whatever. So we're going to have more 4-way fatal matches and 4-way tag team matches.
Do you wonder why they use so many people at WrestleMania every year? Because they're trying to put everybody out there.
Yeah, and you know what
Do
everybody
you wonder
says?
why they have 2 Battle Royals during WrestleMania season? Because they're trying to put everybody out there.
Do you ever wonder why they do that and then they have like a 9-hour show?
Yeah, I mean, people wonder.
I mean,
Sure.
every week, is Raw going to be 9 hours? Is
Nobody's
SmackDown going to
asking
be 9
for
hours?
Raw to be 9 hours.
Is
But
NXT going to be 9 hours?
They can eliminate some of the crap that they put in Raw. They can eliminate some of the crap they put into SmackDown. And they can fill that void with, like,
Impact seems more
good
fitting for him.
stuff.
I agree. Impact does seem more fitting for him. I don't know. It's just one of those things that you sit here and you go, to put everybody out there and do it more often, you're going to have to expand the show. And it's going to, like, Raw is going to have to be like 5 hours. So they're going to start it at like 5 o'clock and end it at 11.
But that's literally
End it
like,
at 10.
What's the funny part about that is like, that's what it is like when, like, they do it, like, live, you know?
Well, it is. But how many people are going to sit there watching Raw from 5 to 10? Or SmackDown from 5 to 10? Or
I'm
NXT
not saying
from
they're going
5
to make
to
the
10?
show from 5 to 10. Never said that.
I mean,
Am I saying they could use their talent more wisely? Yeah, for sure that's what I'm saying. You know? Like...
yes, export. I agree they do have an MJF as EC3, but EC3 and MJF. But I think that those two would be, like, awesome, like, together.
I think they'd be a cool tag team.
Yeah. Or, like, rivals.
I think they'd be a cool tag team. They're very similar. They both have that look,
So.
you know?
Anyway, James, you will what? Did somebody say something to James?
I will, I don't know.
What are you doing, James? What are you willing, James?
Regardless, I understood what Becky was saying.
All right, now
I
we had
got
like
it.
a 25-minute rant here. So
Like,
I think
I
that
got
it's-
it.
Unless, does anybody have anything else they want to talk about?
We have shows this
Bring
weekend.
up.
We're so excited. Tomorrow we'll be back. Tomorrow's Saturday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. We'll be back tomorrow after Worlds Collide. We'll be back after Worlds Collide tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we will be on during the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Quick
We'll be
thoughts on
live.
AEW this week. I wasn't here for the review.
Thought it was decent. Britt Baker sucks on the mic. What else happened? Jericho's cruise thing was pretty freaking cool. All the people singing the song was cool. Priscilla Kelly, I think they should sign her. I think that'd be awesome. I'd love that. Anything else?
It's a good show.
Oh, MJF was cool.
Yeah.
MJF
It was a good show.
MJF got thrown in the pool, so that was cool.
Good night, James. Have a good evening.
I think that's about it, though. It's a pretty decent show.
Yeah, it was a good show.
So, you know. Cool.
Moxley match at the end I thought was good. Overall, I thought the whole thing was pretty good.
Aside from Britt Baker. She sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow after Worlds Collide, and then we'll be here during the Royal Rumble on Sunday. For live reactions, whoop whoop!
Yes.
So if Roman wins the Rumble, get ready. It should be a fun, bumpy
If
ride.
Roman wins the Rumble, she's going to be out of that seat and like flipping around and everything else.
Oh boy.
Oh, holding
On
the
the
show
phone.
in both
That
sounds
sounds
pretty
pretty
fun.
fun.
It was pretty cool.
It was cool.
I thought it was cool what they did. It's kind of cool because Hangman Page was like
Oh,
that
yeah,
and
they
the
went
wind's
ahead
blowing
and
through
did
his
that.
hair and it was just funny watching it.
Yeah. It was cool. Only thing on the show that sucked was Britt Baker.
Yeah, she's terrible on the mic.
Otherwise, the rest of the show was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
All right. With that, we are
That's
going
it.
to take off. You guys have a good evening. Again, we'll be back tomorrow for Worlds Collide.
Yes.
And then we'll be back on Sunday with Rumble.
Yes.
So we will be there. At
I'm
least
so
they're doing something
excited.
different with these theme shows. Yes. That's kind of cool. I thought it was cool what they did.
So excited for this weekend. Tomorrow's going to be so lit. Sunday's going to be so lit. I'm so excited because it's all going to be so lit.
I bet the Jericho Cruise would be, like, pretty cool to go on.
Honestly, I think so. It'd be cool because, like, they're all, like, out there, you know, like, doing karaoke and stuff. I saw another video of John Moxley singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
So, like, honestly, I think it'd be, like, the coolest freaking thing ever.
Yeah. Next we getting a WWE IC title for the women. I mean, WWE IC title. Yes.
Yes.
WWE IC title. All right, with that, we're out. We will see you guys.
Worlds Collide will be dope.
No doubt about it. Looking forward to it.
So
We'll
dope.
see you guys tomorrow night. For those of you that decide to come in. For those of you that do not, well, I'm sorry. You should.
Regardless, you should come check us out.
We're out of here.
Just saying.
Peace out.
Peace out, guys.